We're live!
We're live.
We're live!
We're live.
Live with the two Jameses.
That's it. Hi, how are you doing?
Hope everyone's doing well. How's your day been, Mr. Lester, after
Half a day. Half a day's work.
half a day and half an hour of eating burgers?
Yeah, very nice burgers. That was
Very
Angus
good.
burgers,
Yeah.
Jameson whiskey.
Not bad. So if there's any swearing or any
That's why.
any sort of drunken slurring, it's entirely Jameson's fault. But entirely recommendable. I wish we were actually getting with my money.
Yeah, it's usually the way, isn't it?
It is always the way. So I'm trying to work out which way.
Yeah,
do this.
that seems fine.
Hey, sounds about right. So, what are you doing today? How are you going to wind me up?
So I'm going to be playing my Rune Blade, which I won the last game of.
We agreed on stream that was a draw.
But then the community did confirm.
They did, but you know what?
The community did confirm that I did win that game.
They confirmed the ruling afterwards, but also at the time we already had a gentleman's agreement, and as the gentlemen we often are, not always, but often, it was a draw. Which does mean that you're still on your, was it 10 game losing streak? Well, it's not a losing streak anymore.
It's not a losing streak.
It's a 10 game not winning streak.
Not winning, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, as ever, because I'm boring, I'll be playing Warrior. I haven't actually built a deck because thanks to the lovely folks over at Team Covenant over in the US and the not quite so thanks to the people at USPS and the Royal Mail weren't bad when they got to the UK anyway. Got some singles from Crew, which I now need to factor into a deck.
Yeah.
And obviously you've had a few more, right? So
I
now don't need to substitute a Bloodsheath Skeleton.
I finally got a Bloodsheath Skeleton and I'm extremely pleased that I finally got a Bloodsheeth Skeleton.
So, do you know what might be nice if we can actually show you the table?
Yeah, let's transition across.
Oh, look at that. Right then, so we're going to obviously pretend that you don't know what deck I'm building as much as you probably need all the help you can get at the moment.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I mean, I'm going for the only change I've got at the minute. I've not built a full 80 card deck, so I mean that my full sort of sideboard. My sideboard is slightly larger than 80 cards, but I built it in advance.
Yeah,
to be 60.
So obviously with Dorinthia, I don't want to lose cards like Rout, Steelblade Supremacy, Iron Song, or Singing Steelblade, and Glint. Glint always gives me the go again. Now I usually go for the go tall, punch you in the face until James cries at the end approach. Now I want to try something a bit different because I don't usually play any sort of generics outside of the already sleeved Razor Reflexes, which I think have to go because they're just too good.
They have proven to be very good.
Now, most of the way that I play is obviously looking at...
You go tall.
I go tall. I'm not really bothered about the go again. And oftentimes I run out of cards to actually afford the go again.
If you have the block at all, it means that you're not going to have the turn that you want at all. You're not going to be as tall, and therefore I have a better turn on the off swing from it.
So I'm almost feeling that my deck that I'm going to try and use for my 60 is going to be all about the fun life of trying to get a big swing and then maybe a bit of something, isn't it?
Now, the one thing I did want to speak to you about is you've never really included any other attack actions in your deck.
So, watching the Team Cov stream this week, obviously we are supported. We're big fans of those guys. But obviously our go-to game store is indeed the Jester Game Store.
Jester Game Store,
who will kindly be
sponsoring this video,
and also getting us some Monarch when it comes in a couple
Monarch
of
is
time.
ordered in the plenty.
Well, it's ordered in the plenty. Whether it arrives in the plenty, we have no idea.
Oh yeah,
so
that's true.
Obviously, I'm never gonna take Rout out or Iron Song, but it's a really nice thing just to have in.
I think you should take Rout out.
Yeah, you always do. But
do you know the biggest card I'm scared about on your new cards that you've just received?
Which one?
Dauntless.
Ah, you mean this?
Yeah, I'm actually quite fearful of the Dauntless. I was thinking about it today.
The Dauntless.
Of the Dauntless. I was thinking about it today, and I was thinking it really messes with like Sink Belows, Fateful Scenes. Not necessarily messes so much with Reduced to Rune Chant, because that will be reduced by the number of Rune Chants I got, which I hope to have plenty.
I mean, it's definitely going.
It's going to mess with me essentially.
Now, my constant battle is because I'm actually thinking of trying to run
for the stream.
For the stream, always for the stream, mate.
I'm gonna line up as much as I can.
So, I'm wondering about trying to put in Scars for Scars, because you tend to get, assuming it's the deck that you usually play, you tend to get some big hits in. If I'm ever behind, it's also just it's always a nice 0 attack.
So my question to you is: are you building this specifically to combat me?
No, it was a thought I had watching watching the stream with the Cuff guys, and they were playing Ranger versus Wizard. Now, Ranger is a class that I've always struggled with, whereas I've never actually tried Wizard. But it went to time. It literally got to the stage where they were running out of cards.
Right. Okay.
So I was almost thinking about running something, either a Scar for a Scar or just having a Drone of Brutality in there, just so that if a game ever does go long, it has that almost infinite. It's going to discard, it's coming back, it's 6.
Right, okay.
And just to drain out someone that you're playing against.
What pitch Drone of Brutality?
It is a 2. It's a 2 pitch and a.
No, well, what I'm saying is what colour pitch of drone are you looking at?
Oh, it's always red. My deck is always red. That's why red sleeves, red everything.
Fair.
So Dauntless is definitely going to get run.
Would you not just run like? How long do you expect these games?
Well, I think it's just it's something that's there. Where if I get a turn where I attack, you're only taking 3.
Yeah.
And I get a go again. And with the new cards that I've got that now give me go again, it's the sort of thing where actually just chucking a Rattle for 6, and it's coming. Whatever happens, it'll be somewhere back in my deck.
That's true.
So it's just a constant threat. Now, whether I run 3 of them or not is a.
I plan to kill you in about 3 or 4 hits.
Yeah, but if I'm swinging for, say, I don't know, I put everything in. So I've just got some pitch left over. Chuck a drone at you for 6.
Chuck a drone.
I mean, it's not going to do much for me in terms of my pitching, so maybe a yellow might be. But this is why we experiment. And it'd be nice to give you a win.
They're not giving me any wins. I'm going to earn that win.
Exactly. I think I just need to give you a win. So, I mean, the other debate was I've always played Zidane Blade.
Right.
I also now have Cintari Sabres.
Okay.
Which push forward, giving me Dominate for 1, and it's an action, which is always nice, I think.
So tell me, considering that you have played my deck a few times now, and I am pretty much watching you build yours, are you going to be running any healing?
Probably not.
No healing. Okay.
I want to kill you before that becomes necessary.
No, I was just thinking about, because I've got like sideboard of the Reaping Blade, which would prevent.
But you also wouldn't know that I'm running that normally.
No, that's true.
So let's see what I've got.
I am going for a little bit more of an aggressive Nebula Blade. Sorry, a more of aggressive Viserai Room Blood. I've tried the OTK. It's difficult. It's not perfect, and if you miss that OTK for whatever reason,
you're dead.
You're not coming back from it.
Well, no, if you miss your OTK, that's the whole point. Is that deck's building towards that one turn.
Exactly, and if you miss it, you lose. And what I found was I prefer the ability to build up and swing, build up and swing. That's what I want to do with
this. You
this.
know what? I'm actually going to go for it. I'm going to try, rather than running...
You're going Cintari Sabres?
I'm going to go Cintari Sabres. I think it gives me that, rather than going tall, I'm going to go wide for a change. Can't run another piece of armour, so that's going.
I like how you've gone for the left and right as well.
Oh, it has to be. It's almost taken that more Katsu approach and having the Kadachis.
Yeah, which you've not really played, have you? Is that Kadachis?
Well, we played it initially.
We did, when it was very basic and we didn't have all of the key combos. I just want to see if that actually... I can see our stream and I'm just trying to make things line up.
Well, I remember it's always
right, my deck's going to be slightly off camera. But I wanted to make sure that our armour fit.
I think that's not a bad card to run.
I've got my grasps.
Bicycle puts yours. Always the Iron Song responses.
Now, at the moment, I'm using the Crown of the Economy because I do not yet have a... I can't even think what it's called. It's been a long day.
Crown with the
Arcanite Skull Cap. Don't yet have one of those. Nor do I think I'll probably be picking one up, even though it's pretty much essential. I think any generic legendary you should be aiming for, because they can go in anything.
Well, neither of us have got Vindar Spring Tunic, which is pretty much running every single day.
Not necessarily anymore, you know. Not necessarily. People have moved away from it, I feel. Guardian would rather use the Tectonic Plating over it.
True.
I'm trying to think of other classes. I think even Brute would rather run their generic piece. Just their Brute would rather run their common piece over it, to be honest. There's fucking potions in there. No, I don't like steel potions. They screw me too many times.
Oh, there's so many cards I want to run. This is the problem. I mean,
How are you on to 63? Are you?
I'm on about 70, mate. I think they can.
If that's what I found hard in the last stream, cutting down to 60 after building it.
Yeah,
80,
once
which is why I just came today with a 60 card deck, so I didn't have to think about it.
Yeah, you see, I've been pondering because it's got boring beating you with the same deck every time. So I wanted to try something different. So it's why running stuff like potions, why running stuff like the drone, why running Scar for a Scar when because I know what I was doing was working and it was working effectively. But I'm not. I think I've got to a stage of that deck where I can run it. To be honest, again,
so you're moving from go tall to Uranthea to go wide to Uranthea.
Yeah, basically. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130, 131, 132, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45.
That's a lot of hit and runs.
Yeah, because
that's a lot of hit and runs. Most people want to just run the blue.
Yeah.
And the red. Get bin off the yellow.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout. Bin off the yellows for now. So it was 45, it's now 42.
42, okay.
43, 44, 45,
yellow,
46, 47. Yeah, it's good for pitch. If you don't defend, that's pointless. So yellow means I can pitch it away, and it's still 2 damage.
Wouldn't you rather on the blue if it's just for pitching away?
No, because sometimes the 1 damage isn't enough, and often
sometimes the 1 damage is exactly what you need.
True. I do also.
I'm not telling you how to build your deck. It's your deck.
No, you're allowed to. You're allowed to try. We always encourage trying here. It's J Gaming or whatever we've called the channel now. Not that we obviously because we pay a lot of attention to our branding and such.
No, so yeah, of course.
Check that out. In fact, if it was a normal deck, I'd run it. Just one off maybe.
I'm going to be swinging at you more. Just warning you.
I know, but I'm trying to do this as if I didn't know what you were doing.
Fair play. I will definitely be swinging at you a lot more. There's a lot more attack actions in this deck. I'm going for several big attacks as opposed to the one big attack or the two. Last time it was like I had like 3 Arknight Ascendancy, 3 birthday cakes.
Birthday cakes?
Yeah, Knife Blade of Blood Oath. It's like birthday cake. I heard that before.
No, because I've only ever played this game with you and you've never called it that.
Yeah, birthday cake.
I don't know what your birthday cakes look like, but you've had a very different childhood to me.
So, obviously that's in my sideboard in case I want to switch things up and make it the OTK. I actually don't run Knife Blade. I think it's too expensive.
Really?
Even though it gets reduced. I want to be attacking you more, I feel. So I'm still swinging big. I want to build up to a decent amount of rune chants. But I don't want to feel like, oh, do I really want to spend them? Yes, I do. I want to just I want to throw them at you.
You want to throw shit.
Ideally, I'd like to attack you for 6 + 6. Well, and then the next turn be able to do it again.
So how consistent can it, if you actually worked out?
No, I don't know.
Because
I've not actually played it yet, have I?
Yeah, but you can usually.
I've also seen a lot of other streams, and I've now got 2 rune chant tokens.
Because one for the one you're using and one for the one you build up afterwards.
Yes.
The amount of times that you.
Because otherwise, I just have a dice sat there doing nothing. And it's just dice.
At some point, because we're
very organised.
We're always very organised. This is the whole point about deck building. So it takes time and effort, but it's fun, apparently. So, I mean, I'm thinking about what am I actually trying to do? I'm trying to go wide. I don't mind being a little bit behind to swing at you with the sabres. I like giving my sabres go again.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because even if I turn off your ability, they're still going to be able to come at me. Because I actually specifically put in Crush Confidence in my Guardian deck to stop that from happening. Meaning that you can only swing at me once, and if I Crush Confidence you, it turns off Dorinthia, meaning you can't. Yeah, let me just remind myself of Dorinthia's ability, not that I've seen it enough. Yeah, it means you can technically turn on this Centauri Sabre again, the same one.
Yeah, I'll have to hit one. As long as it has.
And is it once per turn? It is once per turn. Okay. Yeah. That'd be insane if it wasn't, because then you could literally just keep going.
Yeah, I think obviously the guys that,
especially if you broke the chess piece and it was free. Imagine if it wasn't once per turn.
Yeah.
Just keep swinging.
So these are my additional cards. What am I cutting to get those in my deck?
You're trying to get those in your deck? Oh my god.
Yeah, I want Dauntless.
I know you want Dauntless, I'm just... I'm actually worried about Dauntless.
Yellow Sharpened Steel's going to come out. So that's 3 of those. And I can get 3 Dauntlesses. Blue Sharpened Steel's good for pitching, I guess. Iron Song's not going anywhere. Steel Blade, Route. Steel Blade, Glint.
I'll let you carry on for a minute.
Hit and run. I've got 2 yellow Iron Songs, 3 red, 3 Razor Reflex.
Oh yeah, reviews are welcome, by the way, guys. I know this is like a temporary setup, but reviews are welcome.
Is our sound shit? If Ethan's
listening. Our sound is rubbish, if our lighting is rubbish, we know our lighting is rubbish. You don't want to see our lighting setup.
It's probably more expensive than most lighting rigs, but it's not what we're aiming for. But the whole point is we're actually sat in my conservatory. If you believe it or not, even though it's cold.
Does that technically count as outdoors?
Yeah, that's how we get around obviously I can social bubble, so anyone who's concerned about COVID restrictions, this is fully legal, don't you worry about it.
And an oval table.
And an oval table, which is...
convenient.
That's one word for it, isn't it? Do you know what? I'm going to take them out. I need the go against. Right, I think I've got 60. So, to James's delight, I think he'll win this one.
Oh, yay! You think? I mean, I've not tested this one yet.
Yeah, but you've also been thinking more about it. I've built this in however long we've been streaming for.
Yeah, I've been building this for a little bit. I've got my new cards as well. There's only 2, other than the... Yeah, there's only 2 new cards in this deck.
Yeah, but you've also got 2 new pieces of armor.
Oh. Yeah, I've got the...
Skeletor, the Grasp is new.
We were using a proxy Skeletor, so technically it's not...
Yeah, you were. Yeah, little rascal. Nice Viserai. Thank you, Dr. Monk. Do you have a deck list for your deck, Mr. Lester?
Do I have a deck list? Should we just go through my deck now?
What we'll do after is, rather than giving you a deck list now, we'll put it up onto FabDB.
I don't think there's enough Viserai deck lists out there. I was looking and I couldn't really...
So maybe just talk through your deck a little bit. And obviously Chafe, always a supporter, although I don't know how you've not got Wi-Fi, so I don't know how you're watching, but we do appreciate it.
Just burning up all his 4G.
All his data allowance. So yeah, just talk a bit through your deck while I'm shuffling these, so they're not in a ridiculously stacked order.
So I've tried the OTK, and I wasn't getting anywhere. So I'm instead gone for, I'm going to try and hit you almost a bit like a Guardian. I'm building up to swing at you bigger, essentially. So I've thrown in things like Oath of the Arknight more. Traditionally, this is only thrown in the OTK to build 1 rune chant. That's literally it. Pay 2, build a rune chant. I actually want to use it. I want to swing and either swing at you with the Nebula Blade, because as soon as I've built a rune chant, and I've played a non-attack action, Nebula Blade becomes a 4, and it gets a +3. But it's a 7 attack weapon. It's not bad.
So how do you respond to the Dominate ability?
How do I respond to the Dominate ability? Exactly. There is a lot of defense reactions in here, which I plan to.
But it's Dominate, so you can only use 1.
I can only use 1 from hand, 1 from arsenal.
True.
And
true.
Now I've got a little bit more defense in terms of my armor, which I didn't have before.
There's also the point that Route will just send it right back. So if you're paying 3 for unstoppables because you're a little rascal and you always like
unmovable,
sorry, not unstoppable.
Make sure you can see these. I'm going to have to shimmy these in a little bit.
Again, everyone, you guys let us know. We are here for you, not for us.
Yeah, I want to swing more, so I do have Arknight Ascendancies in here. I've actually put Movrian Skies in here to go again. If I can swing at you twice, I'll be really happy. Imagine basically going, Oath of the Arknight into my Arknight Ascendancy. That generating at least 3 rune chants would be awesome. To follow it up with, I don't know, let's see, follow it up with an Amplify the Arknight for nothing. That'd be nice. 2 swings, all these rune chants coming at you in a single turn. That would be a nice turn.
I'd probably cry.
Yeah, that's the way I think I want it to go.
But there's one thing that I always like about... So the other game that I really enjoy playing is Marvel Champions, which is the LCG from Fantasy Flight, alongside Keyforge back when that was a thing and was active, but it kind of died off. Well, hopefully the recent news today will be good for it. But I always like having a way of tracking things. So I've got my nice cityscape set up for villains. I've got boards with health tokens.
Yep.
Actually, I could use those health tokens in this, but they're not quite. Don't quite work as well.
Too many.
10. Well, it goes up.
That's one of my new cards.
Well, there are 20s. So I've got a 20, a 20, and you turn it over, but you turn it to 50-50, which isn't great. So, outside of using dice, which I'm not against.
I like dice. We're going to use phones today, aren't we?
Well, we can do.
Yeah.
And then when yours runs out of battery, we can plug it into the laptop.
Oh, I've got 22%.
22? You are pushing the boat out.
I've had this.
Do you ever charge your phone?
Yes, I've had it for a long time, and it's starting to die a little bit.
Yeah, at some point we also need to work out about a second webcam here, because I have to keep leaning forward to say hello to everyone.
I think okay, we'll figure that out.
Yeah, so we're currently using a...
Oh no, can't see the screen. Can I do anything about that?
You can't see what?
Can't see.
Let's use dice. I like dice.
You're going to use dice?
Dice make us happy.
Let's use dice.
Dice make us better people. As much as there's 8 of them to get to 40 off. Technically you probably do less, but I like having 5s rather than 6.
I could probably turn the brightness down on my phone.
Nah, we're using dice.
Dice it is.
Dice make me feel powerful and strong, like I've got lots of health until, rather than I can kid myself that actually taking 20 is not a big hit, which is something you did last time.
Yeah.
You hit me for 20.
22, I think it was.
Stealing my dice, man. Nasty. Well, I say stealing my dice. They are actually your dice. At some point, we should probably invest some D20s. That probably makes more sense.
I don't like D20s. I think any Magic player who's been playing for a long time is quite comfortable with D20s, but that's not me, unfortunately.
So I like using a dice for my pitch.
Stop covering character.
Oh, sorry, Bob.
The amount of work that's been invested in the artwork.
I know, and I love the artwork.
And then you
you taught me out of buying a bloody Rainbow folder into the other day.
I did talk you out of it.
I'm very upset with you, but you were probably right in the long term.
No, I mean...
So I like having 2 dice here just for... well, we're nearly out of dice.
We've still got dice.
Yeah, so it's always nice to use dice to try and track the damage, because sometimes it can get a little bit complicated, and I use that to show what pitch I've got.
As we lose health, you know,
our dice pool will grow.
The dice pool will
grow. Well, it'd be your health, because I'll be winning.
First, I'm going to swing at you so hard. No.
It's at what point do you stop swinging with that and just reach across the table? Everyone will see a fist across the camera. Cool. So I think we're just about ready to go. I'll give it a last magic shuffle.
Have you pile shuffled?
No, I never.
Everything's going to be stuck together.
I'll stick you together in a minute. So I think what might be a interesting topic is, why do you always play Viserai? What is it that makes you play Viserai over...
I think he looks really cool. I like a challenge. Viserai is not the best hero by any means.
What do you think? Who do you think is?
Blitz.
Let's go from what you've played rather than, because I know in New Zealand there's
Blitz is Ira, isn't it? But from what I've played,
we've not played Ira.
No. From what I've played, I think that Katsu.
Katsu.
Katsu is very, very strong. I like Katsu very much.
I mean, I tried playing Ranger very badly.
It's
very badly.
It's not an easy.
No, I think a big difference is actually using the different weapon, because it actually has a slightly different effect.
No, I know.
And sometimes putting things on top of your deck and leaving them there is more important than actually drawing your card for Azalea. I really enjoyed Mechanologist. I mean, I think if we'd had...
Mechanologist, if we've got... to be honest, there's 2 ways you can go about Mechanologist.
So there's the chamber version.
There's the chamber that you attacking with a weapon loads, which I like the look of that. I just have not pulled any of the cards.
Well, there's Teklo Heart Foundry. That's, you look at the secondary card market, which is...
I haven't
booming.
I haven't pulled any of the cards. I don't think I'll be opening up any more boxes until Monarch, which I plan to open a lot of boxes.
So, speaking is with your retail hat on of Monarch, when exactly is it coming out? Is it 24th
Sometime
of
in April.
I think it's the... In fact,
sometime in April, and then a couple of weeks later, Unlimited coming.
Yeah, because doing the pre-release weekend, I think it is the 22nd or 24th.
Yeah.
This is why it's always good to have a third person here who can do the camera and do all the... Just make us look like we actually know what we're talking about, rather than just that we're passionate nerds who've got a camera.
Yeah, so plenty of Monarch has been ordered.
Yeah, it's just whether we
We've
seen it with Pokemon recently. We've seen it with Digimon recently.
Pokemon's been so difficult. It's single-handedly propped up my business. I can say that quite confidently, but it's been one of the biggest challenges, and they've really knackered me recently with them announcing the reprints of Cosmic Eclipse, only and allowing purchase of it, in which then I do take pre-orders.
I know it's the whole thing.
And then they just decided to cancel it. And
they cancelled the whole reprint?
They cancelled the whole reprint of Cosmic Eclipse. Which means any pre-orders that I've made, I have the refund, which I'm happy to do. I'm a good business person.
You're a good man.
I'm a good business person. I'm a good business owner, and I'm going to refund those immediately. I've already informed all of the customers that they are getting a refund. But what they neglect to sort of acknowledge is the fact that I get charged every time I do a transaction. Any retailer would, whether it's card payments, online, PayPal, whatever. You do get charged, and I won't get the money back.
No, and that's kind of what I think. It's obviously part of this is the pandemic. There's not really much we can do about it as individuals, except for obviously do what Big Boz says, as much as he's a bit of a tosser, which is more political than I want to get in this podcast. But as an aside, all we can do is kind of hope, when game stores open, when obviously you can look at a physical, potentially the exciting news that you'd be looking at in the future.
Location. Can't wait.
Which would be amazing for having not just me and James, but we could have anyone and everyone who's in the northwest of England can come play a bit of Flesh and Blood, can play Pokemon.
Not from anywhere.
Or Yu-Gi-Oh! If you're a bit of a degenerate who has far too much time to read cards.
Like your librarians, I don't.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! I like Yu-Gi-Oh! I used to love. I went to many national tournaments of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Many national tournaments of Yu-Gi-Oh! And then I stopped for a while because I got a full-time job and
the real world.
Oh, the real world struck. And I stopped for a good while, and I tried maybe about 2 years ago to get back into it. I couldn't figure it out.
I mean, you tried showing me, and you did one. I remember there was the defining moment of what turned me off Yu-Gi-Oh! Is you did a turn, and it's the first turn in the game, and you probably took about 15 minutes taking your turn.
Yeah.
And not in terms of just sat waiting and thinking. It was you were doing 15 minutes of actively doing
my
stuff.
deck went from there to there.
I was just looking at it, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I like a game which is more simple. It's why I love Keyforge, and that it's not so about health and it's about forging keys.
Yeah. It's not necessarily about you could win the game without declaring a single attack.
Yeah, exactly, and it's how you deal with that and different strategies.
It's a resource gaining strategy game rather than.
Whereas I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a very much planning your turns way in advance.
No, it's gone past the point of.
It's
not fun for me anymore. It's literally like the game is stopping you from playing. That's what I should be doing. I should be stopping you from playing the game.
Which this isn't a dig at anyone, by the way, who actually likes Yu-Gi-Oh! And enjoys playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
But it was just a game where I always promise myself I'd never get into a TCG because I've got a slightly
my fault.
I've got a slightly addictive personality, and then one of my friends decided to open a game store, which really tested me, and I avoided Pokemon.
Well, for the first 6 months of the game store, you single-handedly propped up.
I did. I was buying all the Marvel champions. I continued to buy all the Marvel champions.
You basically bought me out of sleeves multiple times.
I bought many sleeves. I usually have black sleeves. Then
deck boxes.
Yeah. Storage options.
Game mats.
Yeah, I buy the lot. I'm anyone gets me a little hook in, that's it. I'm sold.
Yeah. So I managed to get you hook in Flesh and Blood, didn't I?
Well, I got you into it. And
you told me about it.
Then you sold it me. I convinced myself first.
So, were you doing high or odd or even?
Yeah, I shall go odd. That's odd. So, I'm going to go first, my boy.
God damn it.
So, first things first. I am going to... So, obviously, we're not going to treat this as a beginner game, but at some point, if people ask for it, we'll do a game sort of showcasing the basic rules, how to play.
Yeah.
Maybe take things a little bit slower, but...
We'll do a blitz game for that.
So, I'm going to pitch a blue hit and run. Giving me 3 pitch. I'm going to use one of those pitches to play a Warrior's Valor, and I will use the other. I'll use another one to attack with the Cintari Saber. I nearly said Dawnblade.
Yeah, I know you did. I heard it.
So coming at you for
3.
My Dawnblade felt so much stronger.
I know. I'll block for 3.
Blocking for 3. I shall spend Unos and add a Dauntless. So I'm now attacking for 6.
Mm-hmm.
Against your 3. And The next defensive reaction card the defending hero plays this turn costs an additional pitch to play. This turn.
I will pitch 3 to play a reduced to rune chant, which generates me a rune chant token.
So that cost you 2.
Cost me 2, so I've got 1 remaining.
1 floating. Should I ever be? And so there's no damage being done.
No, currently. First of many rune chant tokens.
First of many. Then I shall put this in the arsenal. So again, we're not talking about rules. You're up to 6, aren't you? I think that's my 6.
Mm-hmm.
So that's resolved.
Cool.
How did that Dauntless feel then? About coming at you with a
not too bad. Not too bad actually.
To make you pay.
No, because I would have had to have paid for a reduced rune chant anyway.
Yeah.
So I wasn't that bothered in that instant. If it was a sink below, I would have been really annoyed.
Yeah.
I draw because it's the first turn of the game.
I'm sure that's why you put those on top. You should actually fit your arsenal forward then.
So I'm gonna go Mordred into pitch 3, create 2 rune chants because of in fact, Mordred into Mordred. No, it doesn't work. Mordred into this, which creates me 2 rune chants. So I got to 3.
So how much pitch have you got left?
That used it all 3 because this one costs an additional 1, so I've got no pitch left.
Yep.
Into Mordred, which creates 2 rune chants of Viserai's ability. Because, in fact, it creates 3 because of the other Mordred. So that one's a 6. Followed by a Read the Runes, which creates.
You read the runes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Not bad. That
7,
12 in a turn.
7 creates an additional 7. So let me just make sure I'm doing that right. So
2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
7.
Bloody hell.
So there you go.
Tries strong, monsieur. Tries strong. Right. I better start doing something here, aren't I? I'm going to pitch a Singing Steel Blade. Give me 2. I'll pay 1 for Steel Blade Supremacy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pay none for Sharpened Steel. And I'll pay 1 for Cintari Saber.
So it's currently coming at me 4.
4. 1, 2. Actually, I realised I probably should have done more damage to you then. So, oh no, it's not. It wasn't attack you defended with, was it?
What do you mean?
Yeah, it was an attack. Yeah, I should have actually done damage on it.
Why?
If Centauri Saber is defended by an attack action card, which that was.
Read cards.
So James, as you might realise, James is really forgiving with these things. The moment he goes wrong, you'll be begging me to be nice. The moment he realises I've done something wrong, this is how desperate he is to try and beat me.
Yeah.
Often just referred to as his nemesis. So yeah, so coming at you for 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
The 7.
A 7.
How many pitch?
No.
Got a card in arsenal, card in hand.
Correct. Who needs a Dawnblade? I want a Dawnblade.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9. That's a chunky block. It's a very chunky block.
Overblocking, essentially.
Yeah. Okay. No attack reaction.
No defense reaction.
Cool. So what was your thought process there?
I don't have a decent turn on the off swing, so bin all the cards.
Fair.
And if I'm going to be binning all the cards, I may as well. I'll take any damage.
Very fair.
My turn, I'll just play Read the Ruins. Create another 3 green chance.
Sorry, were you going to go TK or?
No. It just, I seem to have built the deck a lot better.
That's certainly true. Okay then, so first things first, I'm going to play a hit and run from Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
So my next weapon attack this turn gains go again. Unfortunately, the ability doesn't go off.
Is it guaranteed to go again?
Guaranteed go again. I'm going to pitch a glint, giving me 3. And I'm going to play a 9 Song Determination.
Okay.
For none, and I'm going to pay 1 to attack with the Cintari Saber for 3.
Okay. No defense.
New attack reaction.
Reduce the rune chant, create a rune chant.
Is that for 4?
That's for 4.
It's my 3. Cool. So no damage. So, assuming you're not doing any more defense reactions.
No more defense actions.
So that comes back. I'm then going to spend 1. So I'd go again anyway. To attack with my. And that one's turned off.
Yes.
I'll do that way to attack my other Cintari Saber, which is also coming at you for 3.
With dominate. No defense.
No attack reaction.
No defense reaction.
Cool, take 3.
Instant gain 3.
Such a nasty man. Record shows I dealt 3 damage. Instant cards should be banned. That's my ruling. So I will put that in the arsenal. I should draw 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, definitely don't like. So far, at least, I'm not enjoying the sabers as much.
Okay.
I'm
you're not gaining anything from here.
I'm not really gaining anything, and the whole go wide thing just doesn't seem to feel quite as nice.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I love how many cards we've gone through to literally. We might as well have just started.
I know, it's true. No, I like this. Just deciding what I want to do. Oh, the 2 cards in my hand.
So I actually think that this deck would really benefit from Findel Spring Tunic rather than using the Courage of Bladehold, even though that's the warrior equip.
Yeah.
Just having one resource every so often.
Struggling, yeah. Not quite got that yet. Instant gain 3. And Arsenal. Pass.
Who runs bloody Sigils of Solace? It's just nasty. Nasty man.
Yes.
Right, I'll pitch Iron Song Response 2.
Yep.
I'll play Warrior's Valor for 1. With the other 1, Cintari Saber. So coming at you for 6.
No defense.
No attack reaction.
No defense reaction.
Cool. Take 6. And I do have go again.
Mm-hmm. What? Why was it 6?
Oh, sorry. 5.
You used to be Dawnblade, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm just used to it being. It's a base 3. It's always base 3. And you didn't defend with anything because you're a nerd.
Mm-hmm.
And with my go again, that's scar for 4.
Scar for a scar.
Yep.
Just for 4. You don't get go again.
No.
Take 4.
Already proving worth it. Not used to having generics I can just throw at you. Right, I'll put that into the arsenal. I'll draw 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so I'm going to.
So this is Runeblade time.
Break the Mage past the boots.
Do the what?
Break the Mage past the boots.
The next non-attack action. The next non-attack action card you play this turn gets go again.
Tome.
Draw
2.
Gain.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I've done 1 damage. And you've got to go again.
I've got to go
5
again.
card hand. This is why you pay extras for these tomes.
Come the Arc Knight. Binning off a Aetherins.
So nicely put binning off.
Binning off. Let's grab it. Oh, I had Ascendancy. I don't know. Yeah, do I need to show you that? I don't know.
If you discard a non-attack action card, which that was, search your deck for a reveal it and put it into your hand.
Reveal it.
I think it's pretty much always reveal it to show that
you actually grabbed what you got. Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. Why would I trust you?
That's true.
Not that we're friends or anything like that. Why would I possibly trust you to do the right thing?
Yeah. Okay. So that was. Yeah. So that's spent. Get rid of that. That's done. That's done. And.
It's weird. You've seemingly done a lot to not do a lot so far. So I'm expecting big things now. I'm expecting those 17 rune chants to come hurtling into my face. Hey, that's gone on it.
True. Just trying to think. Okay. And then I'm going to come at you with you see that does that go again?
Isn't it?
No.
Destroy Ground Dichotomy, put target Runeblade attack action card and target remove a non-attack action card from your graveyard onto your deck in any order. Interesting.
Right, let's just come at you with an Arcanine Ascendancy.
So, as we now know, room chance trigger first.
Deal with them first. And because I've got non-attack action,
let's go that way.
Oh, I've essentially. Oh, actually, I should have generated an extra one because I've gone tome into this, so there should be.
Right, mate.
You
see, this is what I mean, ladies and gentlemen.
And then because this is played, he creates one on the back. So.
Right. So I'll block.
So there's 5 and 18.
So how do I? So
deal with that first.
Yeah, but what happens if I want to deal with both of them at the same time?
Just you can lay cards out.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pay 3 against. Well, 2 against this.
No, it's 3. That's 3.
I know, but I'm using 2 of that to play. 1 to play that, which blocks the damage.
I get you.
Then what's that? 5. So I've got 4 there. So that's blocking all of that in its entirety.
So that's a 6 against that, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a reaction. So we're still in the defense stage.
Yeah.
Take the reaction back. We'll do that in a minute. So you've got a pitch remaining.
Yeah, and I'll stick that one on there as well. Might as well go with the full thing.
Okay.
So I'm blocking 5 there.
So you're blocking 5 there with 1 pitch remaining.
So that puts that down to that. So I now take 6, 12. So I take 13 just from that.
Just take 13. Yeah, so that's 5. And
2. Then any attack reaction.
Well, yeah, I'll go no attack reaction.
I'll spend the 1. Still a chunk.
And then I'll defense reaction with a pump.
Oh, you nasty. So that makes that a 7.
I makes it a 7 to your 6, so it does 1 damage and create a enchant from the damage it does.
Cool. Well, that was a big turn.
And then that can go in the arsenal. And don't dump.
I obviously just draw and pass.
And then it's my turn again.
Yeah, this deck definitely doesn't feel as strong as my go tool. It feels like it's trying to be a little bit too diverse.
Mm. So I'm going to.
You can just let me win. That's fine.
I could do. I'm not going to.
I thought you were my friend. So Automod in there.
Let me just figure this out again. Why are these turns so complicated?
Because you're playing the most complicated deck in the world. Just slightly less complicated than what I feel like mine is at the moment. In fact, no, mine doesn't feel complicated, mine just feels a bit weak.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with a lead the charge.
The next time you play an action card with 0 cost or greater this turn, gain 1 action point.
Followed by pitching a blue pommel for 3 resource to play a Arknight Ascendancy.
That's not what that card's got.
Oh, sorry, no, for the Arknight, which creates a enchant and in turn creates me a enchant because it's played after a non-attack action, so that's 4. And my next Rune Blade attack this turn gains +3. And that costs 2 to play. And then I'm going to follow that up with a Amplify the Arknight, so it's coming at you for 9 + 4. And that creates me a secondary Rune Enchant on the house.
So let's deal with this in a sensible way, eh? Let's pull out there and back. So that's going for 9.
I do have an extra action point, by the way.
Yeah. So let's fridge this. 2, 1 makes 5.
Okay. Are you doing anything about this?
I will do in a minute. I'm just dealing with maths. So that's 5 against your 9. Those pommels, man. No, it's pommels both, aren't they? Isn't it?
Yeah. Not bad, are they?
6, 7, 8.
So you're reacting now, are you?
Yeah, I mean, well, actually, that's the thing. You now you know I've got that anyway. Block that with that.
So you're blocking 3 of the 4.
Let's go 4
of the 4.
Yep, so that's blocking all that. So that's obviously then that's not a void. So let's remove those.
They're pitched.
Yes, they are, aren't they?
Did you pitch the last lot?
I hope so. Probably not. No, because I used the.
Just put them slightly up.
It was those 3, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it
was. I remember.
Red.
I'll let you off.
So that's 5 versus your 9. Over to attack reactions.
No attack reaction.
3. I'll leave that in my hand.
So how much have you got? Defense wise?
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
To my 9.
So I'll take 1.
Okay. Followed up by that, because I do have go again. I've got the extra action.
Yep.
So I'll throw a nebula for 4 plus a rune chant. And if it hits, I get a rune chant.
I'll just take it. Because I'm not. I am. Suffice to say, I am not.
I create a rune chant from the hit.
Yes, you do, you little rascal.
It's doing better this rune blade.
Well,
I don't know if it's because you're weaker.
I am considerably weaker, but I wouldn't just say that's the reason why.
Do you think that I built this better?
I think it's a better deck, but I don't think it would be much worse than what. I don't think anything's much worse than what I'm playing at the moment. Right, I'll pitch Singing Steel Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Like all my turns feel very clunky.
Yeah.
To play Dauntless and attack with Cintari Saber for 5. And that's the thing, I think.
No defense.
No attack reaction.
No defense reaction.
5. This is where you used to then go instant gain 3
because
you're a knob.
Knob.
This podcast. This is not suitable for children. See, I've not got any gaining life in this.
No.
Yeah, it's just clunky, this deck. I can just feel it every time I'm grabbing cards. I'm just like, I don't think this is it's not like route. It's not adding to my hands. Like I've just every time I've looked at it, every time I've had played Dominate once. Every time I've had Glint, I've just pitched it, and I'm just like all the cards. Which when I got that in my other deck, I'm like I'm getting a bit giddy.
Yeah.
I'm just feeling like, and it's also very susceptible to rune chants.
Yeah, so
if I've got a handful of reds. Or a handful of reds and a yellow. And because I'm not giving the counter pressure, because the Cintari Sabers just aren't as scary. And the fact that I'm down to 21 health versus you got a big stack of cards there, but
it's not the best hand though. Not the best hand in the world.
It's about time you had an off turn.
It's about time I had an off turn, isn't it? Okay.
If you feel any better, my hand is clunky as fuck.
It does make me feel better. Okay. Let's go with a... I want to keep up the pressure, if I can. going to pitch and become the Arc Knight.
Mm.
In fact, that's probably a good idea actually. Let's do it this way. I'll pitch an enchanting melody.
Giving you one.
Oh, you see, that doesn't go again either. That doesn't go again. So annoying. Oh, I've only got one. Yeah, let's just do it this way. Let's just go throw up a Rune Blood barrier. Creates me 4 rune chance. And basically, instead of taking damage, I do rune chance.
I get rid of your rune chance.
And I'll stick that in the arsenal. And we'll draw back up.
Right. I will pitch a route.
Mm-hmm.
And come out with a saber for 2.
For 2.
Don't think, just do.
I'll defend 5.
Is one of those an attack by any chance?
No.
Nice, can you attack with a, so what are you defending for here? 5?
5.
That's my 3. Okay. Oh, clunky hands. Okay. No attack reaction.
No defense reaction.
Okay, pull that out. Yeah, it's really.
You can break that, surely.
No, because when a weapon you control hits,
Oh, sick.
it has to hit to. Again, it's the whole reprise mechanic of and why my go tall deck was really strong.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So destroy that.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have gone to the bottom of the deck. Okay. So I'm going to pitch for that. Creates me a rune chant. Oh no, ascendancy for 5, 6, 7. With 6 rune chants. And
7?
yeah, 2 plus 5.
Oh, yeah.
And it creates me a rune chant.
So coming at me for
7 dominate. With 6 rune chants.
Okay.
I love the consistent, a lot more consistent. It has an off turn every now and again, but that normally is to build lots of rune chants.
I think I'm pitching that. Right.
What have you got stuck in the arsenal?
I'll just put it there. I'm not going to tell you. That's
Yeah,
not how
I
this
thought,
game
is that
works.
not the same thing that's been stuck there for ages?
No, I'll put it in last turn. Right, so in terms of rune chants, I'll pitch 1, 2, 3, 4.
You've got 5 there, yeah.
Yeah.
5 against my 6. Take 1.
No, 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5, and I'm keeping 1 back. That's what I'm pitching for.
Ah, okay, fair. Fair.
2.
And keeping 1 back for a steel blation. So you still
no
take
attack
1.
reaction. Steel blation, 21.
And I create a enchant.
Yeah, I'm not defeating this Dickmon.
I don't know. I've actually put you under pressure. Like even in your big go tall deck.
Yeah, but I think my go tall deck would have. There'd have been enough times where you were defending with enough that all my reprises would go off, and the reprises are just aimed at getting. Literally, I'm just aiming at getting big. Whereas this, I'm trying to make sure I get go agains.
Mm.
And I've not got that first go again. It basically, the reason that my go tall deck is really strong is it's not bothered about go again.
Yeah.
It's a nice little addition. Whereas this deck needs to go again, which means that most of the times you have to hit.
Yeah.
And if you don't hit, you're not doing anything. Right, over to you.
Okay. So I'm going to Mothering Skies. So the next Runeblade attack action you play this turn gains go again, and if it hits, create 3 ancient tokens.
I'll put a lot more attacks in this though, which is nice to see.
Yeah. And then I'll pitch 2, and I'll spend 1 floating to come at you with an Amplify the Arc Knight. Oh, does it gain any attack? No, it doesn't. So it's just a 5 with 2 rune chants, which creates me a rune chant from playing that. And if it hits, it creates me 3 rune chants.
No defense at all.
No defense.
No, so what, I'm taking 7.
I do have go again, you know.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm losing this game now. I'm bored. This deck's not doing it for me. So if I just lose quicker.
So I create rune chants. So I was on 1, I've created another 3, so I'm on 4. And then how many cards in hand? Not blocked at all, have you?
Not blocked at all.
So I'll use the extra 1 to stick that and that to the top of my deck. And I'll put that in the arsenal. And then I'll draw.
Cool.
Wonder what I drew.
I'll stop at Scar for Scar.
No defense.
No attack reaction.
No defense reaction.
Take 4.
Stop.
I will pitch a Warrior's Valor. No, I won't. Yeah, well. Pitch Warrior's Valor to play Warrior's Valor and attack with the Saber.
For 5.
For 5.
No defense.
No attack reaction.
I'll defend with the reducer enchant, create enchant.
So you still take 1?
Still take 1, yeah. But I like the enchant.
Yeah, you do.
Let's take 1. Cool.
So that comes back.
You do have go again.
I do have go again. So that 1 did hit. So I'll just leave a 1 on that so we know. I'll play hit and run. And I'll pitch a glint to attack with the other Cintari Saber.
Just coming at me for
5, sorry.
For 5. For 5. No defense.
No attack reaction.
No defense reaction.
Take 5. That comes back, and I had to go again. That one hit, but it's turned off. I'll pay 1 for braces. I'll pay the other one to attack with the saber again.
For 3.
For 3.
No defense.
No attack reaction.
No defense reaction.
Take 3. See, that's what the kind
Should
of turn
do.
you. That's the kind of turn you want. But
if you block a single element of it,
if you
it
block
turns
the
off.
first one, I mean, the fact I had a Scar for Scar was just nice.
I just have a really sweet hand.
Well, like I said, I'm just doing it to kind of show that if you had blocked anything, then it wouldn't have worked. But it's like I said, I'm not exactly trying to win this game anymore. I'm just trying to see how different this what this deck's actually capable of.
My turn. I'm going to break Skeletons, which means my next non-attack action and attack action card costs less for each rune chant. and then I'm going to, in fact, sorry, Movrian, then Skeletor. That makes more sense.
Didn't make any difference.
It does, because if that was free, that would have turned off my next card.
That's why you did it though. That's why you played it first. That's it. Ha! So you don't like it when it's the other way around, do you?
Oh, for the Arc Knight.
For free.
Which creates a rune gem. And creates another rune gem. Because it's played after. So I'm on 7.
You do know I'm not blocking this because I'm letting you win.
So, no, I wanted to try.
There's no point. I can't.
It's for the stream.
I don't care if it's for the stream. This is for me.
So I'm going to go Arc Knight Ascendancy. If it hits, I create rune chance and I create 3 rune chance. Dominate. So for 9. Oh please, come on, try.
With
I've built this deck. Come on. So dominate 9.
But see,
and if it hits, it creates me 3 plus whatever.
This is the question for the streamers. See, I know when I do this to James, it makes him.
It really winds me up when you give up.
Really annoys
Anyone who
him.
gives up in life pisses me off.
See, but this is the thing. It's I got to give you the 1. And you know, all right, fine. If it makes you feel better, which it's going to make no difference to the score, I'll block with Blades of Courage, which gives me 1. I'll block with Brace Force Braces, which also has 1. Can't block with that.
This is what I've built a deck to do.
And it's Dominate, isn't it?
It's Dominate, yeah. So 1 card from hand.
3.
So that's 5.
Yeah.
5 to my maths 8.
Yeah.
So I
take 3.
So you take 3.
No,
and 7. What are you doing about
7?
Okay. So that creates 3.
Yeah.
That creates 3. So I'm up to 6 again. And I've got go again. So I'll throw another Arc Knight Ascendancy over here.
So that's broken. That's useful.
So I'm following up with an Arc Knight Ascendancy.
Well, I've got no cards. So.
And so that's another 11.
There you go.
That's all I wanted to do.
I know, but that's wasted.
I knew I'd won.
That's wasted 5 minutes of my time.
I knew I'd won, but this is.
I knew you'd won by about turn 4.
But this is what I built the deck to showcase for the stream.
You did it for you. Don't you pretend, you little rascal.
I did it for me, I know, but I showcased what this deck is capable of.
No,
it's a double Arc Knight Ascendancy without a Rattlebones.
No, it's
without a Rattlebones.
That's a very nice deck.
I was thinking to myself, right, for the stream, I cannot, for the life of me, find Rattlebones. I cannot find it for a reasonable price.
It's because it doesn't exist for a reasonable price.
It doesn't exist for a reasonable price. So I've decided, I've decided to myself that I'm just going to wait for Unlimited. I'm going to wait for Crew Unlimited. And I'll either buy the Unlimited version, which for a lot less, or I will... I'll buy the Unlimited version for a lot less. Or I'll pick up a few boxes.
Well, that's one thing that we haven't done. We haven't opened any Crew.
Yeah, because we're not dropping £400 or £500
for a box.
When I pick them up at trade price.
Yeah.
So, not doing that.
Action.
But I know I want some commentary. To be honest, I saw what your deck was trying to do, and this deck just seems to absolutely play around it.
Yes, this deck's
it was already built for defense.
Yeah, it's
already built for defense.
What this deck significantly lacks is any real growth. It felt constantly like when I was swinging, you were blocking really well.
I think I block well.
Yeah, no,
except for the turns where I knew I was going to swing a lot harder back.
Yeah, and at that point you were so far ahead it didn't really matter if you know that one. I got one turn which showed what I did, but it took you not blocking anything.
Yeah,
which
I healed nicely at the beginning. Anyway, that was really the fact that I just stuck around 40 health.
Sigil of Solace for me is the most painfully.
See, that's one of the cards that I might drop in this.
Yeah, and me, I'd happily let you drop it. Scar for Scar was. Nah.
I broke my boots too early. Or did I? I broke my boots to play a tome of Fiando, didn't I?
Yeah, which I don't think is the worst way of doing it, to be honest.
From Arsenal as well, so it didn't cost a card in hand, which means I gained 5 instead of...
Yeah, you in hindsight, you gained a lot of health. I mean, I obviously don't run anything. These are literally the generics I run. don't even run.
Do you want to play Runeblade again, or do you want to try against my new Guardian?
Depends what you want to play, boy.
I've not played my new Guardian yet. I like the way this played. I think it played a lot better.
Yeah, I rebuilt. I don't like go wide Dorinthia. I miss my going tall and being a.
You see, I think you go tall Dorinthia might. I think this has got more of a chance now.
It's definitely got more of a chance.
Because if I can burn you out of cards in hand once in a while, it means you got less of the tallness.
But here's the difference. When we were doing that game then,
I think I can do more damage in a turn than you can.
Yeah, but I think I do less damage, but I do a lot more consistently. Like I'd be like,
this is a lot more consistent than it was.
Oh god, yeah, it's 100% more consistent than it was. I think the difference is that when I'm swinging, I will do 6 every turn, and it didn't really have off turns.
Mm.
I think the difference is your deck's going to come at me a lot harder, so I'll have to consider blocking.
Yes.
But my deck's also coming at you harder, so you'll have to consider blocking more.
Yes, that's true.
And because I'm not aiming to get the go against,
well, sometimes I'm quite happy just going, I'll block with everything else and then play Reducer Rune Chant and read the runes, game 3 rune chants, pass. I just think it's a stored up 3 damage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not that concerned about that. I don't mind taking pass turns if I know I'm building damage for later. This is where Guardian might struggle. Sometimes you just take a pass turn which accumulates into nothing.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of because the card I really liked then was the doing damage and the fact you managed to block all my attack, but again I'm only
still do throw damage.
But I could only come at you for 5. Yeah, that was the thing I really didn't like. The base attack of 2 just felt so.
Now I've built Bravo differently than I was expecting to build it.
To make this clear to everyone, James does have another job as well, so Howie's had time to build all these decks.
So for the stream, I have a full-time job, a full-time business, and still build decks and mess around with cards.
Yeah, so a card that's definitely coming out is Hit and Run for my tall deck.
You tall?
Yeah, Hit and Run I don't need. So I'm not really
Guaranteed go again.
Guaranteed go again. For 0, I might just run the reds actually.
Yeah. No, you run the blues.
No,
you don't care about the plus because you're not that bothered about the next swing.
Mm.
You care about the guaranteed go again, which is on all of them.
Yeah,
so you might as well run the blue.
I'm actually less convinced by that.
Alright, well, I'm
gonna
follow what everyone else does.
Yeah, when do I ever follow the crowd? I'm a man of my own heart.
Okay.
It's the blue's good for pitching, and it gives me go-go, which means you're more likely to defend. I'm also I'm not looking for go again either, which is the thing. It's just the.
It's the first time I get to play my new cards, Tectonic Plating and Creator Fist.
Yes, you do. They are pretty cards.
And
very pretty.
Just so happens to pull a foil Helm of Ice and Speak. Woo! What's happened to our camera?
We have this thing just loves swinging.
There we go. It's fine there.
Yeah, that's.
When did that happen? Why does it? And it's always ages afterwards that we notice.
Maybe we just need a better rig. Well, this is the thing, boys and girls. We are. Oh. That's the light.
Oh!
That's the light saying, "Plug me in, please. I need power."
Oh no! Our lighting situation.
So yeah, like I say, if you want to know if we're real people, yes we are. We have lighting problems, maybe just turn on the big lights and just deal with it. So blue hit and runs are maybes, probably nots at the moment.
Blue hit and runs are definites. Right, how are we looking? Whoa, the glare!
It is very glary.
It's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing. What I can also do is go and get the plug for that.
I'm going to take it out of the precarious situation.
Yeah. So the
very
way
expensive light in a very precarious situation.
Balanced on a exercise bike. We are consummate professionals here. So the way I'm thinking about this now is because I'm going back to my roots. I'm going to what I love doing, which is just swinging hard, and I don't really care otherwise. So the reactions become more important. Whereas in that last one, I felt like I was trying to give like sort of go agains, and the go agains of the world were sort of just not really fall into place. So, because realistically, I want to be looking at my hand and going, right, I've got 9 damage here for 2 pitch. Because I've got through the weapon, I've got 2 cards, and if I need a little bit more, I've got it. Because you're not going to want to. You're going to want to defend, but not defend, because defending gives me all my abilities. And
that's true. I don't necessarily want to defend. It just depends on how many cards you throw out, how much. I need to, more so now I've noticed against your Goatolder entries, I need to see how much pitch you've got remaining, how many cards you've got left in hand.
Yeah.
And work it out from there. You know, if you've got a card in hand, no pitch, there is still always a chance that you might have that Iron Song response, which is free.
Yeah, there's Iron Songs. There's
anything else that's free that just.
There's plenty of stuff that I've got. Like the average cost when I run this through. Let's see. The one thing I've added is Dauntless, which is also going to add another
element.
Little thing.
Less so because I've got more pitch available to me.
You've got more pitch, but you don't necessarily want to just spend it on defending that. I mean, defense reactions are going to be important. So
probably
there's 3 steel blades.
Right.
I'm probably going to run the same suite, to be honest. So again, I don't want the last thing I want is to get stuck with the hand of defense reactions.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Again, I don't know how often your
I hate the fact that against my 2 Art Knight Ascendancies, again you had a steel blade shot. How long is that? Every time I have an Art Knight Ascendancy, you have a steel blade shot. Every single time.
7, 48. So I've got 48 cards there. So I've taken out all of
49, 50, 51. Right there.
Yeah. I'm less convinced. Scar for Scar's not bothered about. Energy Potion's decent pitch.
Yeah.
I don't really have off turns, so I'm never going to put it down as a.
Yeah, but if you get that cheeky go again, and you're not too bothered about swinging again, you could throw a potion out.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. So what was it? 48, I said?
48.
49, 50, 51, 52, 53. That's too expensive. I need more cards! Nope. Nope.
Nope. I want to showcase my deck.
Go, talk.
Right, so I have a Forge for War, which eventually will become. I just pulled it, and it's a yellow, and it will eventually become a Righteous Cleansing when I get another Righteous Cleansing. So it would be 3 Righteous Cleansing, but I've got a Forge for War instead. 3 Stamp Authority, which basically gives me, if you have 2 or more cards in your pit zone with 3 cost or greater, I gain an Intellect. And then while it is in the arena, attack action cards effects do not trigger when they hit, which will be less effective against you. 3 Showtime. Attack actions though, when they hit. Technically is your sword is an attack action. So that wouldn't trigger if it hits, which is good. 3 Crippling Cush. 3 Spinal Crush, stops you go again, which you're not that bothered about.
Yeah.
3 Foil Towering Titans.
Not for Towering Titans. I think those cards are low key.
If you can get one out,
low key.
If you can get one out, I'll be buzzing.
They're not going in.
3 Crush the Weak, which essentially means that if it deals 4 or more damage to a hero, they can't play attack action cards with 3 or less base attack during their next turn, which you're not doing. So a less effective card against you again. I've got a Emerging Dominance.
I'm putting my new card in, which is more expensive, but it is a guaranteed 3 again.
This is an interesting card I want to see work. Mangle.
Mangle Bangle.
Mangle Bangle, if it deals 4 or more to a hero, destroy target equipment they control with a minus counter on it already. So if you defend with your own equipment at all, which you might do against this, and it hits for 4 or more, I can destroy those equipment pieces. So that'd be nice. 3 choke slams,
51.
which means that attack action cards they control cannot gain. Again, less effective against you.
3,
I'm not very built against you, am I? I've got 2 Pursuit of Knowledge. If it hits, I gain an intellect.
55.
Which is very good against you. I don't know if I've got much in the way of yellow pitch, but let's see. I have 1, 2. Where's my other one? And I've got 2 unmovables now. 3 unmovables.
56, 57.
Followed by
58.
3 staunch responses. I have
59, 60.
Surprisingly, and I'll talk about the thinking on this one, I've added red Crush Confidences. Would you like to hear my thinking about red Crush Confidence?
You'll have to tell me what Crush Confidence does start off with, because I don't remember.
Well, Crush Confidence turns off, again, less effective against the way your deck is built. But I'll talk about it anyway. So Crush Confidence, basically, if it deals 4 or more damage to a hero, they lose all their hero card effects and activated abilities until the end of their next turn.
Which is awesome against Kano.
Awesome against Kano. Awesome against the Go Wider India.
Oh god, yeah.
And the reason I put in it the red is because it hits for 7. And
Yeah, it's still a big hit.
I think 7 is a magic number.
I think that's also...
Can you talk to me about why 7 is a magic number?
Because on the average card, blocks 4/3. If it's generic, it usually blocks 4/2.
Which means if you block for 3, it's still hitting for 4.
So
which
you
means
have
I'm
to block.
forcing another card out your hand.
Which is never a bad thing.
Never a bad thing.
Never a bad thing.
And then if I can follow that up, so let's say you decide to block with 2 cards from hand, and I follow that up with a pummel for 2. Not for 2, for 3. So if I put the yellow pummel, which I don't run, but a red pummel, I'm guaranteed to hit for 5, basically. And that's good. So I'm going to trigger that ability. More blue pitches. I've got 3 blue pummels. And I've got 3 red pummels. I haven't run the yellow pummels.
Don't need them.
Don't need them.
You either want big damage or you want high pitch.
True. 2 energy potions.
Always good on your off turns.
Always good on my turns. 3 red blessing of deliverance.
Is that the healing?
That's the healing. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck.
See, the card I was really... I've looked at it a little bit more carefully. I saw it run quite effectively. It was the Arena's Prayer.
Yeah.
Blocks damage. It's a generic.
Yeah, I did see that against arcane damage. Yeah.
It's like a secondary arcane.
It's not. It worked really well. It's a good way to block 4.
Yeah. Or
well, it's a good way to block 4 arcane damage instead of the generic 3.
Or if there was a class that really needed to do 4 damage consistently.
Yeah. Wait, it only blocks arcane damage.
No, it doesn't. It blocks everything. I think it's just next 4 damage you take.
Are you sure?
No. But I'm going to say it confidently, so you might believe me.
Swear that it's only arcane
It could
damage.
be. I mean, you were playing it against Wizard, so it definitely would have been arcane damage because Wizard ain't doing
I'm
that.
pretty sure it was arcane damage. Same sort of principle with Carter's Crush, which might help. Same principle, hits for 7, pitch for 3, so I only need to pitch 1 card for it. So therefore I feel confident playing the red version because I only need to pitch 1 card. And then in terms of yellow, hardly run anything. I've got 2 Remembrances to put some of those necessary attacks, so I wouldn't be going for the ones that are less effective against you. I'll be going for the Crippling Crushes.
Yeah, you basically just want big damage.
A Tomy Fienda, because I had a floating one, so...
You had a floater?
I had a floater. I've only got 2 in my Art Knight deck, so this has gone in there because...
It's not a bad card if you can play. If you get it,
and lead the charge because I wanted to test it. I had a spare space. I had a space, and I looked at lead the charge, and I thought if I could combo it off Tome, cool. because Tome doesn't have Go Again. If I can combo it off an Aura that doesn't have Go Again, like Showtime.
Yeah, it's one of those. I always want to run the. I've always looked at it and gone, I'd love to run the Tome, but I don't. The way I like to play, which is this kind of go tall kind of style.
It's funny how I've fallen into the opposite.
Yeah, you like wide. I like
wide, and I like not. I don't want to say there's combo decks in here. I like the more strategic as opposed to pure attacking. Even though I like my ninja, which is very much pure attacking, I've enjoyed playing these decks more.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're very much your style. I mean, when we back in the digital days of card games, obviously you again another game you introduced me to drain me of money was Hearthstone.
That's true. Which I can make money off you.
Yeah, at least I'm paying you for this. It feels better than paying Activision Blizzard. But the idea of having, you enjoyed combo decks and stupid things. You enjoyed
than any sort of aggro deck.
Yeah, you enjoyed a Malagos Druid and sending Moonfires off at 6 and having different stupid ways of,
or just playing. What was my Shivala OTK?
Yeah, your 25, your 50 damage.
50 damage Shivala. I had my
which now really wouldn't work.
What about? Would it not?
No.
I've not. It's been ages since I played.
Yeah, they introduced called Ticketus in Warlock, which burns 5 cards your opponent's deck.
Well, as long as the last one is Shivala.
Well, no, because it's corrupt. You can. I've had turns where I've played it for 0 using the quest that's in there.
Yeah.
Played that for 0, then played a Yashiraj, which then puts it back into my hand for 0.
Right.
And then so I burn 10 cards out of the average deck, which basically is it's the combo deck killer.
Yeah.
Because
it
really
most cards I need.
Like if it burns a third of a deck and you do it for basically 0.
You'd be devastated if it's just hit Shivala, wouldn't you? It's
like the amount of times, even if it's like.
Does it have anything to burn anything out of hand?
Can't burn out of hand, no.
I guess what you
But
want to do is
Shivala
try and
didn't
draw
work
to Shivala.
Yeah, but if it was in
you
hand,
need it in hand.
Yeah, you need it in hand. But if someone were so back in the day, you used to know what was going on because you were running all the stalls, timeouts.
I knew what cards I had left in deck because I memorised the deck.
Yeah, but the other person knew what you were doing, so they'd just wait until you had 5 in hand.
I guess another deck. What about my Undertaker?
I loved Undertaker. I think that'll still do okay. It might be a bit slow.
It was funny though, wasn't it?
Oh,
where it just went burn, and
then it healed you up.
Burn,
for God's sake!
Heal.
I really enjoyed that Undertaker deck. It was really clever, but that's really again your style of play. You loved a meme like the Marky Marks of the world.
It's got to be a meme, or the
memes, or like
the most recent
cool
deck I played
combos.
was the Boar OTK, where you buff the hell out of Boar and then copy it until you've got like 5, 10 boars.
Which again doesn't work now because they're now
rushed,
or they will be rushing the next patch. But anyway, this isn't Hearthstone.
This isn't Hearthstone.
This is turning into general nerding, isn't it? So we're general nerds. We love a nerding.
Yeah. Would you like to cut, sir?
Nah, not bother, mate. Let's face it. Between us, if one of us cheats, it just cheats.
It just cheats ourselves.
I mean, I've already lost one tonight. So.
Only self-health.
Oh, it's going to be nice to actually hit. Are you still running all the stupid sigils again?
No, there's not in this.
Oh, thank God. I hate those things.
The only healing I've got is Tome.
Which isn't exactly bad heal. If you
and the Blessing.
Yeah. It's not bad if you crack your helm of Eisen's Peak to go up to 5 and then you play the Tome to go up to 6.
Yeah.
Assuming you can play the Tome for free, but obviously the tectonic plating works really well for that.
No, that's only Guardian.
Is it on the Guardian actions?
They've all got the seismic search token here. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy it. And then the next Guardian attack action, you play the same, cost 1 less. Which is cool.
See, this is why I think again, I don't think you'd run that if you had the Spring Tunic.
2 defense.
There is that. But
it's got 2 defense. It's
even
no. You'll see the way I've figured something out more, which is you can just use it to what a lot of the cards are if you've pitched a 2 cards that cost 3 or more. And
oh yeah, yours is about pitching.
so like Anathos becomes a 6 if you pitch 2 cards, but because it costs 3, you're only going to pitch 1. But what if you pitched a 3 cost to create the Seismic Search Token, and then he pitched again? This then becomes a 6. You know?
I'm more thinking because I look at this from a consistency standpoint, like especially for my deck, because as much as I love the 3 armor, would I switch 3 armor for potentially 2 pitch consistently? I don't know. It depends how long it basically depends what the meta's like in terms of how long games are going. Like we've had some games that have gone to bare bones.
No, we have. Just want to straighten this up a bit.
Do I just tighten it on the old?
Oh, we can tighten the hell out of it. It just seems to swing.
Yeah, it's not one that just needs tightening, but yeah, it's a swinging. Yeah, so something we're probably going to do in the future. We'll probably do a bit of the Guardians box for Marvel Champions, which I cannot wait for.
You've had it on order a long time.
I've had it on order since they announced it.
Yeah.
And I obviously announced the next.
Who've you ordered it with?
Zatu. No, as always through Jester Game Store, my sole supplier, unless you can't get hold of it for me. When it comes to like,
it's very rare I can't get hold of it.
Yeah, it's usually when I'm ordering stupid shit like coloured boulder boxes and stuff. Which
I can get a lot of colours, but not all of them.
Yeah, it's like when I wanted a red, a yellow, a red, a yellow, a green, and a blue for each of my each aspect.
Yes.
But I'm looking forward to streaming the Champions game. I'm also really looking forward to trying to stream when we do a hero versus villain game when someone is playing as the villain with my homebrewed rules.
You'll have to talk, not through this stream, but you'll have to talk me through those rules.
Do you know what? I've tried to make them surprisingly straightforward, because it's the one thing that the Marvel Champions community always goes on. Oh, can we have a PvP version? It's obviously not designed as that, but I think I found the thought of the way that it might work. But I want to test it. Because you can't test it on your own.
No.
Because you do join another person.
Yeah, you couldn't do a PvP.
Not on. Yeah. I think you can do PvP, and I think someone can actually play as the villain. And I think the villain's hand size is determined by the number of players. Now, a very interesting thing I nearly did was I'm running the Null Rune HUD. And one of my.
Oh, yeah, you need to swap that out.
You telling me you're not an Arcane boy? So one of my big hopes for the next set with Monarch is that Warrior gets a headpiece. I know there's the Arcanist cap. I know that exists.
So the next set that supports Warrior, you want a headpiece, a legendary or mythic headpiece, or even a rare headpiece, you reckon?
Yeah, I'd love there to be whatever it is. I don't know what it looked like. I don't know if it even supports Dorinthia. But I've got the Courage of Blade Hold. I've got the chest piece. I've got the arms. Obviously, the legs are a common that you get in most decks these days. Sorry, you get it in the.
Yeah.
You get in the starter deck actually, don't you? It's the thing they come with.
Yeah.
They always come with their thing. Have they announced? Yeah, they've still not announced it. They've announced that they're going to do Blitz Hero packs, aren't they, for the next Monarch? But they've just not. They've not told us anything. And I hate it.
We know some sort of what the artwork of the promo cards are going to be.
We know the name of the promo cards. We know that there's a light and a dark.
No, shadow.
Shadow and light.
That's right. We've noticed that there's borders around them.
There's borders, but they're not really distinctive of anything outside of.
Well, the border's the same as Viserai's for the shadow.
Well, you can't see my equipment there, can you?
And the border is the same as Dorinthia's for the
light.
Which is nice. That's promising.
It's promising for me.
Promising for me. I like Viserai.
Yeah, I really don't think they should introduce another class. I think they should introduce more subtypes that all classes can use.
Yeah.
Or more.
I think just you want to be able to convert your hero into either a shadow supporting or light supporting class, ideally.
Yeah.
Are we rolling for?
Let's roll. So let's go even. Odd last time.
Odd.
Should have gone odd. Should have. Although your turn ones tend to usually be put this in the arsenal, draw a card.
So I'm going to pitch a Towering Titan
For 3?
for 3. Because I wasn't playing it this turn. I wish I could, but I can't. Pitch that and create a. I can't just pitch for no reason, so I'm going to create a Seismic Surge token. And then I'm going to pitch another 3, which puts me to 5.
Is it only one for a Seismic Surge token?
Yeah.
That's really good. I always thought it was 2.
Well, it's technically like banking one.
Well, yeah, but it's usually in this game they make you pay for that. You pay premium to carry something over.
Yeah.
That's really cool that it's 1 for 1.
That puts me to 5.
Is it going to be a dominating Anathos?
It's going to be. Do I go big or go home?
You know there's one answer to that.
It's always go big, isn't it?
Always go big.
So I'm at 5. Might as well go big. So that's 5. 8.
That's a very bendy joke.
It's a very bendy joke slam. The cards that came.
I know.
And I'm going
to
to.
For a few days.
I don't want to destroy that. That's horrendous. No. So did I need to do that then? I had 5. Sorry. You know what I've got now.
See, this is why, in general, the one card I really want, well, 2 cards I'd love to get hold of, are well, actually, I don't really want Enlightened Strike. It's good, but it's not the card I want in this deck. It doesn't. In fact, it does help. Hitting for 7 and go again, or 5 and go again isn't bad.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna dominate Anathos 6. Yeah, just do that.
No defense.
No attack reaction.
No defense reaction.
Take 6. Who shuffled these cards?
You, actually. See, I was tempted to block them, but I didn't really want to, so I didn't.
That's fine.
Right, I'm going to pitch a Singing Steel Blade for 2. I'm going to play a Dauntless for 1. I'm going to play a Sharpened Steel for none. Oh, it feels so much better. I feel like I'm doing things. Yay. So I'm up to 6. I'm going to then play an Iron Song. Make it 7. Not do anything else. I'll spend the last one on Goblet.
So no cards in hand. How many pitch?
None.
None.
No pitch, none of that, but it's coming out for 9 with Dominate. And any attack reactions cost an additional 1. So if you want to use that on movable, it's going to cost you 4.
that's yeah, fair play.
At least I know what's there. I mean, it doesn't make much difference because I'm going to have to just fight over it at some point. I don't have the Command and Conquer, so that has to get abused. Command and Conquer is the one.
So it's coming at me for 9.
3 plus 3 plus 1. Oh no, sorry, 10. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 with Dominate. So this is the difference between what I was doing before and now. Is I'm really not bothered about go again, so I'm happy to put everything into a swing. If I did have an additional pitch, I would quite happily just go, alright, some way of getting go again, and then attack with the Dawnblade, just get a counter on it. But it's not the biggest deal.
No.
The thing is, I'm now coming at you for 10, and that's that counter pressure that I just couldn't get with the Sabres.
Let's go for 2, 3, 5.
Put that way so we can just see what those are for all the boys and girls at home.
6, 7, 8.
Obviously, no attack reaction.
No defense reaction.
Cool. Take 2.
Ow!
That felt so good though. Just
it's pretty powerful. It's wiped out all my armor essentially in single turn.
Yeah. So I don't know how you and it's under Mangle's gone as well, which always makes me feel better. So which ones are what happens with all your armors then? I'm not unfamiliar with the.
So that one gets a -1. That one gets a -1. That one gets a -1.
So that's battle 1.
Yeah. So battle 1, battle 1, temper.
Yeah. So so effectively you can defend.
So eventually I've got that left to defend with. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my turn.
So should we set that on sideways?
Yeah.
So
No, that's why I don't mind tokens.
Okay. We need some. This is my problem. I always want more cards because I love this game.
Yeah.
I think it's a brilliant game. Even like the last game where I got spanked, it was still fun to play.
Yeah.
I really want some nice tokens to go with it.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get some nice tokens. Seismic Surge pops.
So you've got 1 pitch.
Well, it's 1 off technically.
Well, let's class it as 1 pitch for a specific pitch. Give me a token. Give me a token for it, Lester.
So
that's what I want.
Pay 3 plus the 1. So I'll just pitch 5 for a dominating Mangle.
So that's coming for 8.
For 8 dominate.
And if Mangle deals 4 or more damage
It
to a
only
hero,
breaks stuff
destroy.
that's not minus.
Yeah, so I'm not too fussed about that. No defense.
No attack reaction.
Sink below. I'll put that to the bottom and drop.
So take 4.
Jawohl. And that's resolved.
Mm-hmm.
Any other turn?
Yeah, sorry, Drew.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I pitch 2.
Mm-hmm.
The Unified Decree, which is one of my new fancy cards. I will add a Steelblade Supremacy for 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll attack with the Dawnblade. But no. So I'm coming at you for. Give me my dice. 5.
No defense.
No attack reaction.
I'll pay a blue for 6.
That's a 6.
A 6. Sorry, they should be at the bottom anyway. Apologies.
Oh, sorry. New attack reaction.
No defense reaction.
Cool. Might as well put that there. So do you only run the blue unmovables?
No, I've got reds as well.
I was going to say so it's an interesting one with something like an unmovable. It's just what you run it on.
So I'm going to pay.
So that pommel's gone.
That pommel's gone, yeah. So I'm going to pay.
Gone but not forgotten yet.
3 for a Seismic Surge.
It's 2 Mangles gone already. Now you've got your remembrances.
Two remaining. Oh, there's 3 Crippling Crushes, 3 Righteous Cleansings, 2
Does
Righteous.
that go again?
Yes.
Nice. I do like that.
It's not bad. Well, it's legendary, isn't it? So
Yeah, it should be decent.
It's gonna be good.
It'd be really annoyed if it wasn't.
I know. I'm going to crack the Mage Master Boots for 1.
And your Mage Master Boots do...
my next non-attack action gains. Go again. I'm going to pay an additional 3, which puts me to 4.
Doesn't want to play that Towering Titan yet.
It's not ready yet. For a Showtime, which allows me...
You have to do Jazz Hands. That's
so
the rule.
when it enters the arena, search your deck for a guiding attack action, reveal and put it into your hand. Let's go with...
I think that's what it is. This table's a bit wobble.
Has it got a wobble?
It's got a bit of a wob on it. It's got a right wob on.
It's got a proper wob on. Let's go for a Crippling Crush. Do I have to reveal it?
Usually. If you search
yeah,
it,
reveal it. Yeah. I've got Go Again.
You do have Go Again?
So with the that costs 3, so I've got 1 remaining. And I'm going to crack Eyes and Speak.
Nice. That's what we're doing it.
Like that. So I'm going to end up with a decent sized hand next turn. Because I'm going to have a draw from that. That's going in Arsenal. And I draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay then. I'm going to pitch a Singing Steel Blade.
Yes.
2. 1 for Dauntless, 1 for Dawnblade. Come 8 for 5 with your defense reactions costing +1. It's really good against unmovable because it means it costs 4.
Yeah.
I think Dauntless is probably the card that I mean, I know it's got Dorinthia on it, so it kind of makes sense that it's good with her.
I shall. It's coming out with how much?
5.
Pitch?
No.
What? 1 card in hand, 1 card in Arsenal.
2 in hand, 1 in Arsenal.
2 in hand.
2 in hand. If only I had another yellow and a route.
I know. Which is possible. Okay. Block for 6, 7, 8.
8. So we'll make it an 8.
Making it 8.
Yeah.
8's my 8.
Yeah.
No defense fair.
Wait, so it's 3, 3,
4, 5.
So that breaks, you know.
I know that breaks.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah? 8's
Yeah.
8. Yeah. You just wanted to get rid of that, did you?
Yeah, I needed out of the Arsenal.
No, that's not broken. That's just got.
So I can put that in the Arsenal and draw 3.
Cool. My go.
It's never nice to throw away a red Iron Song, but sometimes you just need that churn.
So Seismic, and I'll just pop them. So that pops. Draw a card.
And you got a Seismic Surge.
And I got a Seismic Surge.
from last turn.
That's there. Okay. So I'm going to pitch Crush the Weak, create a new surge.
You still got 2 left. Just leave that one there.
Dominate.
She's still got that going on. Right?
Yeah. Dominate.
So you've got none left.
So that's 3, 4, 5,
6,
7, which I didn't need to pop. Well, the surge was going to pop regardless, so let's go for a Crippling Crush for 11, dominate.
Okay. I will pitch.
This definitely has the fucking shunt, because he always has the shunt when I have my big turns.
Always, mate.
Always.
Always.
It's like
So it's got to do 4.
It's got to do 4.
If it does, I discard 2 cards.
Yeah. And it's got dominate.
Pitch a blue Warriors Valor.
I just move this here for now, because I'm sorry now.
So which gives me 3. I wish these carried over if you defend.
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And I will.
So I've got 1 remaining as well.
Spend 1. So no defense.
No direction.
Shunt.
So you're blocking for
12.
Fuck. Well, that's that done. He only has to pitch 1 card for that.
Yeah.
2 cards out of hand though. That's not bad. So I draw back up. Put those to the bottom, obviously.
It's why I had to get rid of that thing, because I knew the Crippling Crush was coming, because obviously you picked
Obviously.
it out with the showtime. So
Yeah.
and you got all those cards. So I was like, I just need to make sure I block this out.
Yeah.
It's pretty much in its entirety. I never use it. I'll break my hope next year's hood. Cards. I always wonder with that how damaging it is to shuffle your deck.
What do you mean?
Because technically you know what order your cards are coming back in, because you know what order you've pitched.
I think it's good because technically
It also means your opponent
depends on
does.
what you're doing. If you're pitching your good cards for later, shuffling them back around is good.
Yeah, but I mean, I suppose if you're running a very
If you're
running a wizard, you ain't doing that. 'Cause
No,
you
but
need
if
specific.
if let's say like the Rune Blade, and you want a big turn later on after you build a load of rune chants, and you're pitching the cards that you want later, that's really good.
Yeah, because it's not hurting you at all. But you also run the crown.
And then if you can shuffle them,
but would you run that over the crown? No. In Rune Blade.
no, you wouldn't. But what I'm saying is like that ability to shuffle around is quite good.
Yeah.
Right, what are you doing, lad?
Okay, I'll pitch a Yellow Warriors Valor. To play that Untold Blade. So you're playing 6 with your defense reactions cost 2+1.
Okay. Block for 3.
No attack reaction.
No defense reaction.
Say 3. Goes to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Draw 4. So I don't know if those daughters are helping or not. I like them.
Yeah, they're quite nice.
I think it'd massacre your Katsu deck.
So Surge pops.
Surge pops.
Create a new Surge. Create a new Surge. Pay 3 for a Crippling Crush for 2. Technically, I could have kept that in, but sorry.
So, yeah, sorry, it costs 3, doesn't it?
It costs 2 that turn.
Yeah, because you have your seismic surge.
So technically, I could have created the surge and that for just one. But do I really want that in the arsenal? Now that you know it's there.
Now I know what it is. You're better off pitching it and cycling things.
Better off switch. So Crippling Crush, if it hits, your next, your first action during the next turn costs +1. It's good mess things up for you.
Not really.
Yeah, you'd hope so. At least I'm swinging more as a Guardian. It's quite nice.
Do you know what? I'll block with the bolters. No. Anyway. Attack action.
No attack reaction.
I'll symbol them.
Okay, that's bad. For 4 to my 7, so it's still hitting for 3.
Yeah.
Okay, take 3. Crush effect doesn't go off.
Well, it hits for 3, doesn't it? So
yeah.
It's much closer again than our previous ones.
Yeah, because I've actually got good Guardian cards.
Yeah. Okie dokie, artichoke. Pitch a glint for 3. We'll play Ice of Determination. That's how we're done with it.
It's going to help me how much? 4?
4/4. 4 and dominate. To be honest, I'd be tempted in this deck. So, no, it doesn't make much difference. I think actually it does now. Yeah, it does make a difference.
Block 3.
I'll pay 2 for Unified Decree.
Which?
You don't know all the cards in it. This is one of the new ones.
New ones.
So, target weapon gains +3.
Becomes a
7.
So.
Yeah, 1, 4, +3. If the defending hero is defended with a card from their hand, this chain link, which y'all did, look at the top card of your deck. If it's an attack reaction card, you may banish it. If you do, you may play this combat chain.
Which most of the time is going to be. You may, okay.
I may.
So hits.
So hits, you take
4. You done?
Yeah, no more cards.
Do you have any pitch left? No. I was going to say you've got a crack.
Unified Decrees 2.
Right.
It's probably the most. It's one of the few expensive cards that I run in my deck. But it could, if it starts a little iron song going, ha ha! But it's one of those where if it's a attack reaction card, you still need to be able. The thing with all these things is, it might be an attack reaction. You still got to pay for it.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
Still got to,
So surge pops.
Yep. You're doing well with this. You're doing well with having an attack a turn, which is something that you didn't used to do.
I don't think I'm going to be able to do this turn. Let's create a new seismic surge. And then let's attack with the Anaphus for 6.
No pitch left.
No pitch card in hand.
1 turn. Okay, I'll put my Cruise Blade hold.
No reaction.
I'll play a symbol in. In fact, no, I won't.
That's the wrong colour!
No, I won't. I'll just take the 4.
4. Okay. I'll put that on the arsenal pass. So you've got a nice big backswing coming.
Yeah. So, as soon as I did that, I might as well break it in case you get a mangle.
Good shout.
So,
Fuck
my Sword costs nothing this turn. I will pitch. I'll just play a Sharpened Steel.
Yep.
And attack with a Dawn Blade.
For
6. You like that sharp steel, boy?
Hmm.
3 cards in hand.
Yeah, I know.
God, 6 attack for nothing. I love this deck.
It's good, isn't
It was so much better than Saber for 2.
I'm probably going to regret this.
You gonna regret it. Like a little bitch. You gonna regret it. Should have just done it like that. In fact, no, if it's on my ass, never mind.
Let's block 5.
Okay, I will play Glint. So I'll go again. Draw a card.
I'm gonna go again anyway. Well, you didn't, but you.
I did have to
you
go again.
Didn't, but did.
Assuming I was hitting.
Which you were.
No attack reaction.
No defense reaction.
Take 1.
Ow!
No go. I do have go again.
You do. With a free blade.
And it's free.
Which isn't that anymore.
Doesn't have that, you're right. I'll pitch Sink Below.
Yep.
Warrior's Valor. Dawnblade. So still got 1 left. I'm coming at you for 5.
No defense.
I'll spend 1 for Stroke Foresight, making an 8.
No defense reaction.
No, also no attack reaction. Take 8.
6, 7, 8. Where? Oh, you just creeped ahead. Cheeky.
Hope you're not running scar for a scar.
So, Seismic says pops.
Let me draw my hand, Lester. What the hell? Yeah, it was worth not breaking my.
Yeah. I'm going to pitch Blue Pommel to play a Showtime.
Lester, you're not allowed to do that. You have to do the jazz hands. If it's Showtime, you have to do jazz hands.
Showtime, jazz hands.
This is a really interesting thing here, but I'm going to talk about it after you.
We're going to talk about it later, are you?
Yeah.
So I'm going to take Crippling Crush, because why not?
Exactly.
Unfortunately, I can't create Surge Token, which is what I was a bit devastated about, but it took me a while to defend because I was like, do I just save one of those reds for creating that Surge Token? Is it worth taking the extra 2 for the Surge Token?
Don't know.
See, that's what I mean. You don't know, do you?
I mean, it makes that Crippling Crusher 6, which means it's 2 cards rather than.
But I'm going to draw the extra card for the Showtime.
True. Very true.
So that goes in hand, and I draw
that then, have you?
No. Because that's why I just put it to the side off stream.
Alright. off the stream, but it's still in my face. Cool. Then you go. And then you go,
no.
punk.
Is it my go?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, it's not.
It
done,
stays.
is it? Yeah, it's
an aura beach.
An aura beach.
It's aura beach.
Right. I'm going to pitch a Singing Steel Blade.
Mm-hmm.
To play a Dauntless.
Yes.
For 2. So my attack's already at 2. And I've got 1 pitch left. And I'm going to attack with the Dawn Blade. Making my attack a 2 plus 4 is 6. This is why I needed my little shiny tokens to show there's a difference. So I'm going to 8 for 6.
No defense.
No attack reaction.
No defense reaction.
6 6. I'll pop my refraction bolters.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give it a go again. And what I'm going to do is play a Sharpened Steel. I'll pitch a route and take with the Dawn Blade again. For 2 plus that is another 6.
So it's 7.
No, 6. That's a.
Mm-hmm.
It's what I mean. It's why I need another counter just to show a difference between what's a Dawn Blade counter and what's actually the attack power. So it's 2 plus 4, me with a total of 6.
Block 6.
Cool. I don't lose my token because I've hit once this turn. My bolters are gone.
I draw from. No, I'll wait for you. Wait for you.
Back. They go back to the bottom. I've got a feeling that your deck there. In fact, I say your deck there. I think most decks would probably be in it, but I think that deck would absolutely annihilate the Cintari Saber deck. I really need to put some thought into it if I want to make that work.
I'll draw.
From your Showtime, yeah. So that's gone now.
That's gone. And I will pitch a Towering Titan for 3 plus a Staunch to pay for a Mangle for 4.
Mangle 4 4?
Well, it's coming out for 8 damage, and if it hits for 4, it breaks nothing.
It does nothing.
It does fuck all. I've got 2 floating. Could have dominated it, but I don't see the point.
No, neither do I. No defense.
Attack reaction, pay 2, make it a 12, and if it hits you, discard a card from hand.
Oh shit! That's naughty. I do. That's naughty. Didn't even think that. I forgot you had your opponents. So I'd take 12.
Take 12.
That's much more than I wanted to take.
And discard a card from hand.
My choice or random?
Yeah, a choice. Doesn't say random card.
No. Oh, I've got that. Yeah, okay. Right, I'll pitch Sharpened Steel for 3.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't wait. For 4.
Cards in hand?
2.
2 pitch?
Yep. I think they really missed a trick with the what's the badger called? Rune Blade. Rather than call it the Nebula Blade, you should call it the Twilight Blade. It's like or like the Sunset Blade, because it's the opposite of Dorinthia's, unless that's what they're going to do with like if that was a shadow weapon, that'd be so cool for the warrior.
Just trying to think.
I can't remember if that was my deck or not. I just literally found it there. I don't think it's fallen off, or let's put it there for now. I turned out on one card short, it was that one.
Okay.
I think it must have been in my deck, but I don't know where it was. So in fact, I'm going to put it in the discard pile because it makes no difference.
Yeah, okay.
I've got no cards that interact with it.
Fair play. For 4.
Just a 4, Mr. Frodo.
Okay, let's block 3.
Okay. I'll pay 1 for stroke of foresight. You can get a set. I need to with that from hand, so I can draw a card. And it says put on top or bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I can move on top.
Okay. I will then pitch 3 to play. So I'm doing 8.
So that's 8 on its own.
That's 8 altogether.
8 altogether against my
7.
I'll pitch 1 for raise the reflex to make it 10.
Okay. So I obviously take no defense reaction, obviously.
No attack reaction.
So
Take 2.
Take 2. And you get to keep that stupid counter.
And I get to keep me counter.
Okay.
Definitely feels more like a slog.
This is good.
These are getting like
We're just big slapping each other. It's just mine's expensive and yours is free.
Is you a bit salty there, James?
Just a bit. I'm just gonna Arsenal that and draw.
Okay. I'm gonna pitch a Warrior's Valor for 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pay Sharp and Steel for none. Let's have the Dawn Blade. 4 plus 2 is 6. Oh, I've got 2 pitch left.
Two cards in hand.
2 cards in hand and 2 pitch. So this is the thing, I think they spoke about it on some of the other streams I've watched, is really get... I think we're past the stage now, we're well past the first layer, right? Layer 3 or 4.
Let's go for 9.
9 against my 6.
Yeah, but most of your cards give +3.
This is true. This is interesting. Do I go big balls? Which obviously the answer, because I'm saying it now, is yes.
It's always the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you can do damage, you keep your token.
Spend 2 on Unified Decree.
So therefore we're matched even. Now all you need to do is hit a free reaction.
Which puts me to...
Oh, but you've got a card in hand, so...
I've got a card in hand. And it means I can look at the top card of the deck as an attack reaction card. I can play it. If it's not, I can't.
Shame.
Yeah, it is a shame actually.
That would have been naughty.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking.
No, it was a good play. I agree.
Well, no, it was the big balls play. That was the medium-sized balls play.
Right.
It was well.
What? There was a bigger balls play.
There was technically a bigger balls play.
Okay.
Cool. Nothing goes through.
Nope.
I'll put that in the arsenal.
Yeah, you lose your token. Ha ha!
Oh no, 1 damage.
Was worth. I'll pay for a search token. Sure.
Right, I'll pitch a Steelblade Shunt for 1 to play Warrior's Valor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll pitch a Razor Reflex to attack the Dawnblade for 6.
For 6?
Yep. No pitch, 1 card in hand, and plus an arsenal.
No defense.
No attack reaction.
No defense reaction. Six, so I took 5, and then that goes down to 3.
So keep that under 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, my turn. Seismic Surge pops.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pay a Target Titan for 3 to create a Surge token. So I'm just creating, I don't know what I put it there. Create a new Surge token. You know that my next attack action costs. And then I'm going to...
You almost need 2 Seismic Surge.
Yeah, I know. It's correct. Yeah.
I do have another one if you want.
No, yeah, I know. I was looking for one before I came. So it's like I have 2 rune chants. I did.
Yeah.
I couldn't find one, so I was just like, fuck it.
I'll grab one out of binder. Can't do that now, while because you look like you're thinking.
Yeah.
I'm not cheating, I promise. Is that right? As well.
I'm going to pay... Oh, hang on. Let you go.
Let me go. You can't let me go, Lester. It's a proper U one because it's got harmonised Kadachi on the back.
Oh. Cheers. Spare token. Nice. Okay. So let's do that then. So that one's active. This one's created.
Yep.
Still figuring this turn out. So I'm going to pay
Joe, I really want to get a triangular table. It'd be awesome for doing this. These would be slightly askew, but everything else would look really good.
Yeah.
Because people can actually see this.
I don't like the idea. Let's go for
big 6-person triangular table. I'd love it. You do your editing because the mats would be slightly
horrendous. Pitch that, so that's an additional 5, makes it 7.
That's a what?
No, let's not do that. Let's do 2 plus 6. Crippling Crush, Dominate. Dominating Crippling Crush for 11.
that might well be the turn that wins you the game.
I think so. It took some thinking.
No, I mean, if that hadn't been this turn,
That goes nuts.
you'd have lost.
Wow.
All I can do is block 4.
You got the armor piece to pop with as well.
Oh, I do. That's true. Yeah, chuck that in for 2. This is against your 11, is it?
Well, against my 11, so you're 2. So you got another 5 to go if you want to block the. What is it? To block the crush. If you want to block the crush, you need to. You can tell I'm getting tired. Brain's not. You can tell I'm getting tired. My brain's not working.
Yeah. So to turn the crush off, he's going to take me to get. So I'm not dead.
No. So 4.
But I will lose 2 cards. And if I spend a card, I'm alive on 2 basically. Because I've got 11 health against your 11 attack crush.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll lose 2 cards.
Yeah. So just block as much as you can, essentially.
Not really.
Or just take it and then get rid of the cards that you want because it's not random.
Yeah,
oh, it is random. It is random.
Oh shit. Right, I'll have to just go for it. I think I just need to lose the cards, so I'll go down to 2.
Damn. That one up. That goes in. Awesome. Essentially. And that's gone. Comes back.
Yeah, if you'd.
Have I won? Well, it depends, really, doesn't it? To be honest.
Yeah, it's honestly it's so close. I can't tell you.
I'm doing well tonight.
Well, that first game doesn't count because
it counts.
It counts for the result. I'm not taking away from it.
It counts.
It doesn't count in terms of that deck. I was like, no. It was purely experimental.
Yeah.
That's like when you try and make a dinner and you eat it like and you combine fish and fish. It's like those guys who put Weetabix and beans together. It's just wrong.
Yeah.
You kind of think you might, and then you try and go, no, I'm going to be sick. Right, I'm going to spend a Iron Song response to play Sharp Steel Attack with the Dawnblade for 6.
No, I don't want to be silly here. I also want to try and win if I can.
I also think I made a mistake in my other play before.
Cards in hand, no pitch,
no pitch.
1 in arsenal.
1 in the bum. 1 in the arse, no pitch. 20 for 6. So yeah, I had to make the decision of actually taking that additional 3. Meant I can basically swing for 6.
Yeah, it's good. It's not bad.
It's 3 out of the way, but I'd rather put the pressure back on you at least a little.
Yeah,
bit.
and you're making me decide now. Like, depends on what that is.
But my last, anyway.
Most things cost to pitch.
Did you?
Oh, okay, discard, which I've got every right to do. So, in terms of attack reactions, there's only really Dauntless. That's not a reaction.
Dauntless is an action, not a reaction.
Not Dauntless, you know what I mean. Iron Song, which is free.
Yeah.
Nothing else comes after the fact, essentially. You've got no pitch left. You've got no pitch left. This could be stupid if I lose now. I can't think of a card that would just win you the game outright. So, well, there are cards that can be really powerful if I just defend from hand here. I want to try and guarantee my win if I can. You know what I mean? No defense.
No attack reaction.
No defense reaction.
2/6. Yeah, knew it comes up. If I'd honestly, like I say, if you'd not done that, I had Iron Song.
We're very similar health, but I'm now on the backswing.
Yeah,
so.
well, listen, because you made me discard that to give you an idea. My hand was that.
Yeah, that's insane.
You look at damage output for free. Basically, it's pitch. Warrior's Refrain to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's coming in for 12.
Yeah.
So literally,
it's a lot of damage.
It was a huge turn for you to get rid of all those. It really put me in a position. I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
Really
see if I can get over you. Which I should be able to do, to be honest with you. So seismic pops.
Yep.
Let's go with a leader charge. Pitch 3. Spend 1 tome.
Very nice.
Draw. Gain 4 life. So I've got 6. And then with 2 remaining, I will.
How you got? Oh yeah, because you know.
I gave it go.
That was free, wasn't it?
That was free. And it's from Arsenal.
Yeah.
So let's. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get through here. So there's a couple of cards that you've got that might help. So I'm going to pitch Emerging Dominance.
Puts to 5.
Puts me to 5. Pay for Dominate. And I'm going to Crippling Crush.
Yeah,
not Crippling Crush, Crush Confidence.
Yeah,
Apologies.
either way, I've got all my cards are 3s.
So I knew you had that. So, but you're still taking.
That's
it's just in case you had a Steel Blade, but you use them quite early.
Well, I've got the thing that. So the thing that saved you then was the fact you didn't defend because I had that. That was the other thing that I had with all those cards. So it's literally go again, draw a card.
Yeah, I worked out the fact that you didn't have anything.
Well, I did. I was actually hoping.
No, I know. Yeah. What I'm saying is,
and
it was better for me to not defend at all.
But again, because this was the thing that I was like, I can't believe you hit that because I had that. That was effectively my hand. Sorry.
What was your hand?
It was Sharpened Steel, Warrior's Valor. No, it wasn't that one.
Definitely had a Sharpened Steel because you played the Sharpened Steel, and then you pitched Iron Song.
So that was my.
So you had an Iron Song response.
Yeah, because I pitched it.
So that was your hand.
That was my hand, and that was the Arsenal.
So if I hit, the combination that I hit was obviously that plus that.
But if you not had,
but if I'd hit any other combination, would you have got a better turn?
Yeah, if I'd had the Steel Blade Supremacy and the Warrior's Valor, I could have pitched that for 2, swung with that, and then I would have had a weapon that you would have felt like you need to defend to then trigger that, and that would have continued.
Yeah, it would have been a better turn.
Because if you'd not had the Crippling Crush, it was going to be 2, 1, that. So that's 2, 5.
Surge tokens made a difference.
Big difference. Big difference.
They made a big difference.
So that would have been 8 when you were on low life.
Yeah.
Assuming you defended, I'd have gone Iron Song, that, and we actually know what card I would have drawn. I think it was would have had no pitch. Or whatever card I would have drawn, I could have just gone, okay, pitch, attack him with Dawnblade. Assuming that you couldn't defend a 15 attack.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a genuine win. I can leave you that one. That was close. Like literally, the one you had your one. Ooh, hello, no, you're not having my cards. That one big turn at the end genuinely meant you wouldn't get.
They did. It made all the difference.
That's the one. It's the one card I'm terrified of in that deck. Crippling Crush. So as soon as
you were a little bit scared of the mangle.
Not really.
Like you were a bit like you'd be miffed if I broke your equipment before you got to use it.
Oh no, but what I'd rationalised in my head was if you were going to swing it. What?
It does look good as well.
It looks so nice. What I'd rationalise was as soon as the moment I used that to block,
you were gonna.
I was gonna use it next time.
Same.
Very few turns that I don't get value out of it.
Yeah.
Like there's always a turn because even if I've got that and that, if I'm hitting for 3, the amount of cards I've got that put me to like 9 attack for nothing.
Yeah.
Like that turn I hit you for 15.
I don't think you hit me for a 15 during a game.
No, it wasn't one hit. It was because I hit
you.
You.
Coming at me for 15, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I wiped out your hand and got onto the front foot, but I loved that. That was very, very good.
I liked that game. It was a good old big swing. It was a big swingy sword versus a big swingy punchy hammer.
Like I say, a crippling crush, just absolute. But I mean, the mangles.
Well, the first one didn't get much
but
done.
Do you know,
the second one didn't get much done.
But do you know what the funniest thing was? You said the reason you put the red one is because 7 made it very difficult, and that's exactly what it was. Because I couldn't defend it with 2 cards.
Yeah, you had to defend it.
I mean, I was on 2 health, but I had to.
You had to defend.
I had to do something because I couldn't.
It made all the difference. Rather than just throwing a 3 at it, you had to throw a piece of armor against it.
I had to do armor. I had to do armor. I had to do cards.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't have anything else. I literally, whatever you'd done, I'm gonna have to just literally block with everything here.
Yeah.
That turn, the other big turn, which probably won't get the cover, just because I've always remembered it, was that turn with the red pummel as well. Cause I completely forgot I discarded the card.
Yeah.
I completely forgot that there is a card called pummel.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I completely spaced on
that
it.
If it actually hits you, discard.
I was there like I think the only things you were putting in your arsenal were
defense reactions,
defenses,
defensive
cripplings and mangles. So I literally just discarded it as I just like sort of went.
But you should have taken note of the fact that I had 2 floating mana and I didn't pay for a dominate.
Yeah,
you should have taken.
I didn't
like,
know.
You should have gone. Why is he not paying for a dominate?
But I didn't know what it
Why
was.
Is he floating?
I got, like literally, I just forgot.
Yeah.
So I thought pummel was 3.
You
know those times when
because of slog.
Because of slogism, I always like, it's 3.
Yeah.
Because it's so much, but it gives you more.
Isn't it better than running just a blue one? Running a 4+.
Oh god, yeah.
It means it's like almost like a guaranteed.
It's like a guaranteed
crush activation.
And the thing that I thought, I mean, looking at it again, and I know we've had this conversation before, is if you look at that, is it for 2? It's +4 and make the opponent discard a card versus strike, which I know gives you go again, which doesn't really make any sense.
The raise reflex
gives
you go again.
Yeah, it gives you go again. I suppose that's the trade-off, isn't it?
It's probably what you'd expect to see in a lower cost deck as opposed to a higher cost deck. You want the go again.
Yeah, I forgot to get. Because the reason I forget it is
because
I only ever use it for my sword. I don't run any other attack react. I don't run any other actions or attacks. Now, would I?
I think it might be worth considering.
Yeah.
Your deck plays really well. Your deck plays really well.
Well, this is the thing, right?
And given other circumstances, you'd be on top and you would smash it.
The thing that I look at is, I would 100%, for example, think about playing those tones, but I never really have an off turn and pay 2.
Do you know why I won that game? I think I never felt under pressure. Like I felt under pressure, but I never felt the point where what we always got to with Bravo
that turn where you were going to be sweating cobs.
Yeah,
you managed to get the 2 off, which was nice.
The one thing that I.
But you only had 8.
When we played Bravo before,
what you didn't do, and as a point, I'd probably take them out. Is you hit pretty much every turn, so you did what I normally do. So you didn't have an off turn, which made me have to make choices.
Yeah. Which is odd for Bravo.
Which is odd for Bravo. Like, I don't know if it's you drew well or if it's just a really constructed deck, which felt differently. I would take out the Tower Titans. You're never going to play them.
No, they're a pipe dream.
I think you'd have.
I think
there's better 3-pitch cards that you might end up just. Whether you use them or not in a game is irrelevant. I mean, I get there's a kind of a shit. He's got Tower Titans.
I want more attacks in. And I want to be able to attack more consistently.
Yeah, I think you'd be much better off running
like
Blue
Crush
Confidence.
Yeah, I mean,
it's an attack. It doesn't.
Still
You
attack.
get the same amount out of it.
Yeah, it's just it goes for 5, which means that you can quite simply even get rid of a 2 card in hand and stop the crush effect.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about. I'm using that as just an example of a card you're already running.
Yeah,
I think you'd have.
I've not
better...
brought Debilitate in there, which stops any. Stops you. The first attack gets -2.
What's the one that turns off someone's ability?
That's Crush Confidence.
Oh, right, okay.
So I've not run any Debilitates, which there is another card that I wanted to run, which is Buckling Blow, which if it crushes, puts a minus counter on your armor, which combos into the mangle.
Yeah, that's much. If I was
I'd actually run the yellow pitch because that's another 7. The blue pitch is 6.
Yeah, but even as a 6.
You see, this is my thinking, because all you need to do to turn off the crush effect is put a 3 down.
Yeah, but this is.
But if it's a 7.
Yeah, but what I'm also thinking is what were the purposes of those cards? Blue pitches. That's all.
Yeah.
So
I felt like I had enough pitch.
I think you had enough pitch, to be honest. If you I think you pitched all 3 Towering Titans once
during the game.
So if you were taking one of those turns, we had one less.
It might
one turn you might not have had a Seismic Surge,
which could have affected
would have, if you didn't have a Seismic Surge, you wouldn't have.
I pretty much had a Seismic Surge about 90%.
Yeah, you did really turning those on. It's one of those when I talk about the spring tune.
Worst case scenario, I create a Seismic Surge and then I pitch for the weapon.
Yeah,
quite simply.
Isn't a bad thing. Which is why I think you'd run the blue, not because as much as you want to get the crush effect. A lot of people are probably going to block it.
Yeah.
Anyway, they might just block 3 in an armor piece. So they might as well. If I'm going to take +1, I might as well use it.
Yeah.
At that point, you're losing the effect anyway. So I'd actually just run the blues because it's something you might get and drop a card for. Whereas I was waiting for a turn where you were going to play a Towering Titan because I was going to hammer you.
Yeah. One that I've not got yet. I've not got the card, which is why I don't run it. Is the Cranial Crush.
Is that a mythic?
Stops you from drawing cards. It's a super, I think.
At the end of my turn, I don't draw cards.
No.
You can't draw cards during the turn.
All cards lose card. Yeah, can't draw cards effects. You can't draw off a card effect.
Ooh, that'd be good against a ninja. If you're playing that against
Katsu.
Katsu's ability doesn't go off. Mask of Momentum doesn't go off.
And then you've got the Spinal Crushes, which just turns off all the go agains.
Then you turn off all the go agains. You can make them that deck. I think I'd wreck your Katsu that you had.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that deck. I don't think that's as much as it's finally got a loss against it.
Yay!
I still do. It's long overdue, to be honest.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for anyone who actually watched how long stream.
It started streaming 2 hours ago. So we've done it.
That's not a bad stream for 2 games.
We've done a
2 games and a little bit of deck building.
It's actually nearly 3 hours.
3 hours and a little bit of deck building.
2 hours and 46 minutes.
That'll do.
Not bad. Not bad. But yeah. So
well, thank you very much to anyone who's actually stuck around. Are we going to switch the screen back and say bye?
No.
Yeah.
Well, we've moved my chair back round. So yeah. So thanks very much for watching. So we're going to try and do more regular. I think we are.
Yeah, we're going to try and do it at least once a week, aren't we?
Especially when on the run up to Monarch, we'll probably talk a little bit more about some of the cards that have been announced, how they might fit into these decks. So
major, minor tweaks to different decks. You want to try Wizard?
Yeah, I do want to try Wizard. I also want to, at some point, if you get some more Mechanologist cards, really want to try.
Do I really want to open another box of
You always want to open another. It's not whether you want to open a box. It's should you open another box of Arcane Rising.
No, I shouldn't really.
No, the answer is no, Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah.
No touching your own stock.
Yeah, I shouldn't touch your own stock.
Unless it's Monarch, because then we've got. So I'm primarily a Warrior player. I probably won't do much other than that. I just buy cards for that. I know you like playing a bit of everything. As you
I like playing a little bit of everything, but I think you should play.
I think I should play another class.
I think you should.
I think we're at the stage now where we're enjoying the game. The game's looking really healthy in terms of its card base, its player base. The community's brilliant. So yeah, I think I might have to make a decision. It's not.
I think you'd like Dash.
I mean, when I played Dash, it was great. but we didn't have the full supporting cards.
No.
We don't have the ability to do
I've opened quite a few more.
Yeah, because I saw you've got
probably a Blitz dash I could build.
Yeah, I think, and in future we might look at doing more blitzy games just because we can get through more games faster. We can try more things.
You see, I prefer...
You prefer Classic Constructed. You always prefer Classic Constructed.
I just like the option of having more health. And I always feel terrible taking damage in Blitz.
Well, that's why I like it. Because one, you can... The reason I like Blitz...
In Blitz, you could kill me in literally 2 swings.
I know, that's why I like it. But you could also do it.
With the Rune Blade now, it's more powerful. And but it just... Yeah, it reduces the consistency.
No, it increases your consistency.
It increases. Yeah. I feel like I have to cut certain core elements.
Well, yeah, because if in a 60 card deck versus 40 card deck,
even though you can run 3 off, you can cut one down to add another element in.
Yeah, you're looking at, even if you're running 3 offs in a 40 card deck, you're adding like another.
Well, it's 2 off in a 40, but yeah, it's
10, 15 cards. So you've got another 15 cards. So it's like another 5 card slots.
Yeah,
you're losing.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
assuming 3 offs.
It is tough.
It's harder, but that's why I like it. I like making those tough decisions to actually go, what's the most consistent deck, which is why my Tal'Darim Blitz is awesome.
I think if we were doing Blitz with Rune Blade, now I've got a little bit more card support, I'd probably look at the OTK version.
But this is the thing where
Blitz.
So here's the reason I prefer Blitz. Blitz means I'm more likely to experiment with things. Yeah. So like...
Because you don't need as many cards.
You don't need as many cards, and not being funny, playing like the Cintari Saber deck, I'd have much rather lost that in 20 minutes rather than lost that in an hour. Just to go, this really isn't my thing.
Yeah.
As a deck, you know,
I was having fun with it.
You were having fun with it, but what I'm saying is that game could have ended a lot quicker. So I need to know that experiment was. I already knew that experiment was a failure.
Yeah.
Whereas there might be sometimes when we've run decks and we've played games before where you've gone, this deck isn't quite working right.
Yeah.
This might work in a bigger fort in Classic Constructed with like the OTK and when you're talking about the bigger swing Rune Blade. Whereas I think something like that, it's just, but it's not your playstyle. It feels janky. It's like it's like when they show people on a bike and like the handlebars go the opposite way to the thing. And it's like, it just doesn't, when I'm trying to go left, it's going right and I feel really off balance.
Yeah, it's not your playstyle.
No, it's not at all.
That's quite simply, it's not your playstyle.
No, not at all.
And and it's, I don't know, I think once you fit into that slot, I think any sort of go tall deck, big damage, low cost class in the future will be right up your street.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. I'm very much, part of it's like, would I enjoy a Guardian? But we've tried that before, and it's.
But now you've never played a Guardian with all the good cards.
I've never, yeah. This is the thing. A lot of our experimentation has been when we've had very limited cards. So almost what we need to do, which is
I need to retry Brute.
Yeah,
I've opened actually some decent Brute cards.
Well, we've always opened decent Brute cards. We just never we've played it once and gone, don't like this. Not that we're judging.
But I'm missing out on those legendary. I think the legendary Scabskin leathers, are they?
Yeah.
They I think are essential.
Brutal. This isn't Scabskin leathers is the ranger, isn't it? No, what's the ranger piece?
I think
what's the piece?
I think now. Anyway, the Brute legendary.
Yeah,
Brute legendary I think is essential.
No, I agree with that. I think, but again, I think there's.
I always thought of Brute as a deck that wants to go tall, but actually, in actual effect, plays really well wide.
Yeah.
With the benefit of being able to go.
Again, looking at the, I know we always use the Cov guys, and I'd wholly recommend checking out their streams. Really good deck builders, really good in terms of streaming as well, and they've got a really nice setup rather than having the lights go out halfway through. But I think I've seen them play a really nice Azalea deck, and how they played that was quite interesting. I've seen them play Wizard and actually showing it to struggle.
Yeah.
But again, that's and they've got access to every card.
They've
got everything.
Most definitely.
Because they got in really early, really supported Legend Story Studios with this. So
But they have every card, pretty much.
Yeah, they have got the Twinning Blade, which again I don't know if it. This is always thing in my deck now. Is like what's going to be good enough?
Yeah, to replace
the worst card in that deck. That's always the way I look at this, because that deck now I'm happy with that. It's taking a loss.
I like that
ways of tweaking
the one
it.
where it's like Knights of the Round Table. Can't remember what it's called.
Unified Decree.
Yes, I like that. High risk, high reward. So you're getting the 3 no matter what.
Yeah,
you're getting the 3 no matter what.
That's why I put it in, and I liked it.
Which is nice.
For me, it's like
with a chance of hitting that roulette, boom, then smash out.
So my question there was, because the time I used it, I could have gone go again, because you defended out of hand. I could have played Glint, which then went into the arsenal, and attacked again. I could have pitched that, and I would have drawn a card off Glint.
Yeah.
Now the card I drew was the card that I looked at, and it completely balls up because it's Steelblade Chun.
That was it. You see, but this is it. You wanted to pull all your Steelblade Chunks out, didn't you?
Yeah, it's a real mix.
You wanted to pull them all out.
Yeah.
It's a good job you had them in against probably even both decks. It's a good job you had them in because they came up just on time. Like for the first Crippling Crusher came.
I just always feel always feel bad paying for a defense reaction.
I know you do, but
and that's
because you're not used to it.
Well, no, it's because it's not that I'm not used to it. If I was playing a really defensive-minded Dorinthia, I think I'd be fine with it. It's the fact that sometimes the amount of damage that I take isn't, and what that offsets, because I'm spending 2 cards effectively.
Yeah.
And often I'm not going to pitch a red, because a red's 3 damage the other way. So usually means I'm pitching a blue. If I'm pitching a blue, I'm wasting
all
2.
that pitch.
I mean, it's almost like I need a source of, which is why I always thought the Tunic might be better for Dorinthia in this version, because as much as I enjoy the 2 armor's good, and the 1 turn where it's just free,
nice little free Steelblade Chun,
but constantly having every
threat of a
turning it over. Just I've always got R1 there.
Yeah,
doesn't matter. I've always got that one.
The threat of the
and then use it, and it's just charging up every 3 turns. Now,
but your most threatening reactions,
I didn't get
are 2 cost. Your most threatening reactions cost 2.
Route was 2. Unified Decree is 2. That's it.
It would have been also Overpower used to be in there for
That's
3.
It's too expensive.
Just give you Biting Blade was 2.
Yeah, it was.
So your most
Stroke of Foresight's 1. That gives you 4. You've obviously got Iron Song Response, which is completely free.
Yeah. You've
got what are the responses? Stroke of Foresight. What he said, that gives you 1 for 4. So I think that's one of my favourite ones, because that 1 carries on as well. So if I do get that cheeky little go again, I'm already hitting for 4 with a base Dawnblade.
Yeah.
But it's like I say, I think the better the cards, like the effect of Route of sending something back to your hand, or the effect of Biting Blade giving me Overpower giving me 4 plus another 1, so I think it's 5.
Yeah.
But you got to pay 2.
You see, I like the idea of going again into another powerful attack reaction, just an attack. So not necessarily another swinging sword, but
again, this goes back to the question I was saying: is what to put in something like.
Well, you want the most powerful There's not many. Well, is there any attacks? Just attack actions in Warrior currently.
Yeah.
So ideally, you would want the most powerful.
Unless it's something crew bonus.
Well, no, I don't think there is. So you want the most powerful generic attack actions, which currently is like Enlighten Strike and Command and Conquer.
Yeah. Now, Command and Conquer is one that I really want to put in.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But what I also need to do then is have. Again, you look at that, and
you need to have
how it changes slightly.
£100.
Well, it's a couple hundred quid per card.
£200. Again, this is why we need a crew unlimited.
Massively. I don't even think is it a mythic card?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is why it's so expensive. But the problem you've got with that, where it doesn't fit with this deck, as much as the effect is brilliant and how it works is brilliant, and I really want it, and I think I want to make it. I want to make it work. Is how do I give it a go again? Because most of my attacks, most of my reactions and lightning strike.
You play it at the end. I know. I get you want to play it to get rid of the arsenal.
Correct. So what I want to do is I want to get rid of your arsenal, Command and Conquer, which is a 2 cost, I think.
Yeah.
So I've got a pitch 2. I've somehow got to give that a go again. So my refraction bolters don't do it.
No.
The new one of the new cards does. Is it the braces? Snapdragon Scalers do it?
You could use
Snapdragons would do it. So that's 2 cost or less.
No, it's 1 cost. You could use
Pommel.
Art of War. What's it? The one that I've got.
Art of War or Forge for War.
Forge for War.
You could use that, but again, you're using the whole turn to get rid of your arsenal. For you to then use your arsenal.
Well, it stops them. You can't play any from Arsenal against Command and Conquer.
No, you can.
Yeah.
You can't play defense reactions.
Which is normally what's in the Arsenal.
This is what uses that.
And then
to give you context, if I'd played that,
and it pins off,
and it'd hit that crippling crush, I'd have won again.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't have been the Arsenal. But it's how do you give that in the context of that deck? How would I give that go again? Because everything is, if this hits, give it go again. And it's not, but it's if this weapon
you want
hits.
Big attacks that happened.
Yeah, so
I'd swing.
I'd almost want that turn where I'm setting up for like an Enlightened Strike into Command and Conquer. And then pitching away whatever else is there. Because you're still hitting for 7, hitting for 5, hitting for something else.
I think you're better off big swing the sword into a 7 Enlightened Strike for
100%. But I'd always try and do that.
Yeah.
But again, it's having the cards, which is a difficulty. And like I say, because I don't tend to have off turns, and off turns with deck got failure.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what happens with Monarch and if it adds elements to
I
classes.
cannot wait.
Imagine, a light powered Dorinthia.
Oh, it's what I dream of, mate.
Could be insane. Like, imagine it adds not necessarily arcane damage, but something similar on the back.
Well, we said when we were talking before stream, we were talking about
holy damage, or
which should also get blocked by arcane.
Pitch. I reckon pitch as well.
So I don't think we could ever do a.
It's arcane barrier. It'd still get blocked by arcane barrier, I imagine.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't add a new armor type. Your whole
sideboard
would just be taken up by
different.
And they're
never going to make it so that your armor pieces don't need to be.
But if it is just something that slots on top of a hero, when you first start a game and you see Dorinthia, you won't know if it's
light or dark,
or whatever, or just pure. So you could be going right. I'm going to put the arcane barrier stuff in, and they don't have a single arcane barrier.
Which I don't think they want to do that. I think they want to try and give people at least a little.
At least a bit of a chance, yeah.
That or the all the base armor pieces. Obviously, they did Iron Rock, but that's before arcane damage existed. Then the next one they did Null Room. But that all has 0 armor value.
Yeah.
It's all just pitch value. Sorry, it's all just arcane barrier value.
If anything, it's better than Iron Rock, in a sense, because it can actually block for a lot. If you think about it, like in terms of
it can block for a lot more. But if you were playing me and you just had a full set of Null Rune, you'd be buggered.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if it broke after the first time we used it.
Yeah,
like Iron Rock.
Yeah, I think that's the ones where I had my rant about Wizard and saying I think adding a class which is pure arcane damage really goes against, because if someone's got
they've got to be at least be one pure arcane damage class.
I know that was your
that's what I like. Runeblade, it's a bit of a mix.
Yeah, but that's what I think they should.
It's a bit of a mix.
Gandalf had a sword, mate. That's what also I'm saying. Gandalf had a sword and kicked arse at Minas Tirith. He wasn't using his magic then. He was just swinging like a bad man.
Make a Shadow Viserai. If I can do so. I know we're speculating here.
That's what we enjoy. We're good at it. Well, I say we're good at it. We just enjoy it.
You know, I imagine adding like a shadow element to him and making him really aggressive.
Maybe that's what it'll do. It's like the light is it's more defensive and dark, or maybe the darks. God, who knows?
God knows.
Who knows? But we'll find out more on the 6th of April, which is the pre-release.
Which we'll probably get very bare minimal information.
No, sorry, that's when it's starting to. That's the
Start.
spoiler. Sorry, start of spoiler season, and then we're looking at. And then I think it's the 22nd is the pre-release weekend where there's going to be loads of events going on. So obviously
we'll get to know everything then.
We'll get whether we're obviously we'll do a pack opening when we can.
Yep.
But that pre-release weekend is when, hopefully, in the UK, if everything's back to normal, we'll be able to go somewhere. Hopefully go somewhere, and there's going to be events. People play, you can win the cold foils and cold foil heroes and whatever's going on. But I want all of it, and I want some nice tokens. That's my next.
That's the next thing. I want nice tokens. Right. Okay.
Cool. Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And we shall catch you on the next one.
Cheers.